This a little closer.
Well, so I'll answer your question, Chance, since we are rolling. We have a gospel song today.
Okay.
And I did that specifically for you.
Oh, thank you. What's the song?
A mad regular gospel song.
Why is it mad regular?
Never mind, Joe.
It's not Kirk Franklin.
Yeah.
People think everything. If it ain't Kirk, it's regular.
All right, well, yeah.
A very popular one.
Oh, that's
Joe didn't get in his bag, like his creative bag with the gospel
he
music.
Yeah, dig for the sleeper
Yeah,
joint.
it was like, yo, are you a Michael Jackson fan? And then they played Billie Jean. Like that's what we getting in.
I need to see him, so we need to do something different here. This is Yolanda Adams. Are you familiar with her?
Yeah.
He can
Okay.
move his chair like a little bit if that would help.
Yeah, he can move his chair. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Let me get my gospel bag. Hold up. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Frame good.
Gospel bag.
Yeah. Everybody make sure their mics is good. You know what I mean?
I'm good.
Long as Parks. can
Yo,
hear you.
yo.
Church on a Saturday.
Yes. Special guest in the building. I've been working on my intros. Oh, I'm about to cry. You about to cry?
No, I'm not.
No, my emotions all right.
Definitely
emotions
not about to
good.
cry.
All right. And Chance, if you want to be honest, the song in the beginning of the podcast sets the mood for the rest of the podcast. They don't give a fuck about that, but whatever. So is this setting the mood?
That's
Is
a groove right
this a
there.
vibe?
Yeah.
Huh? You got an aunt that played this.
Potato salad is definitely cold when that's playing right there.
Chance, you've been to some parties with this on, yes?
Oh, yeah. It's Alicia Myers.
Oh, you ain't got the best. You
sang
need
the
some
song.
auto-tune on
I
this
think
guy.
the Locks sampled this too.
Yes, they did, Rory. Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Welcome to what happened? Was it sound good? All right, good. Welcome to the Joe Budden Podcast, episode 184. I'm your host, Joe Budden, with a few of my nearest, dearest friends and some people I don't know, but it's great.
A mixture.
There's a mixture of people here. I have Maul here, Parks is here, Erickson is here, Savon is here, Rory's here, Ian is here. Those are the normal people. Keeb is here. Hey, Keeb. Whitney's here. And Chance is here. And Chance has a bunch of people with him. One gentleman looks like he could be a linebacker. He's seated directly in front of me. I'm wondering if that was strategic.
Yeah. Yo, anyone that has the hoodie and Scully combo.
Yeah, and it's 90 degrees outside.
It's definitely not that. It's definitely not that cold out there.
I thought I was the only nigga to do the Scully and hoodie when it's 90 out to let people know I'm psycho. The Chance got a nigga with him too, so we got a nice good podcast here. Chance, how are you, sir?
I'm very good. Thanks for having me on the show.
You would be the guy to be very good.
Yeah.
Why you can't just be good?
I'm extremely good.
This
Okay.
nigga's- and he still got the 3 hat.
Oh yeah.
I was wondering about that. I didn't know if you would come in here without the 3 hat. I thought you might have switched up.
No, this is going to be on the internet. I'm trying to...
Yeah,
I got a kid.
strategic
I'm trying to
marketing,
make
man.
money, yo.
That's true. How is everyone doing?
Good.
Good.
We're all
Great.
okay, yo.
Wait, so what happens when
gotta-
4 comes? Do we switch to a 4 hat?
No.
We just stay with the 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were having an interesting conversation yesterday, Chance, and Maul was teaching me about hat science. There is logic to this hat thing, and I didn't know.
Yeah.
Do you care to share it?
Well, I was telling Joe because he's a creature of habit, so he wears a hat just to wear a hat.
Oh, wait, time out. I got to tell him how it started. I'm transitioning into fedoras now.
Hey.
Yeah.
Joe is very progressive in his transitions.
Well, let me explain my hat struggle. Snapbacks never worked for me. Fitteds got dated quick. You guys came in with swag, and just my fitted was over. I needed something.
Yeah, you're not really a dad hat guy either.
I like the fedora. Oh, no, I'm not a dad. I don't have a dad hat head. A fedora. for fedoras, I'm rocking with. So more explain. Go ahead.
So I was telling him he just likes to be comfortable. The hat is like a comfort thing for him. So I was telling him when you're bald, that's when guys usually wear hats because their hairline is receding, they're bald.
Yeah.
But once you can grow a full beard, you can go bald and it's like it's not
And
a
then,
problem.
yeah,
you're
the
good.
beard is your hat.
Yeah, the beard is your hat.
The beard is your hat. Yeah.
Thanks, Chance.
Yeah, so that's what I was trying to tell Joe. Like he doesn't need a hat. But
My beard's not my hat.
It can be.
I'm just throwing that out there.
It can be.
Chance, what are you doing here, man? What's up? Let's
tonight,
talk.
Yeah, so tonight I have a show with Tierra Whack and Sheck West.
She's good. And
Yeah,
he's
Both
good.
both of them are great.
Yeah, they're
Dope.
both awesome.
Yeah.
At shit, where's it? Oh, it's at Coney Island.
This will come out
No,
afterwards,
this is
anyways.
after.
Yeah.
I really didn't mean what are you doing tonight. I meant what are you doing here, right this second. Like how did
Oh,
this
yeah.
happen? This is what
yeah, I hit up-
because we don't do interviews.
Yeah. So I hit up Joe and I was like, yo, I'm, a little bit pressed that I never did the show when you had the show. And if there's a way that I could get on the podcast, let's do it. And then you said, let's do it.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah, all right.
See how the
There you
world
go.
works?
Pretty elaborate questions.
Round
Now you see why we have guests all the time.
round of applause, man, for that well thought out answer.
Real deep dive
This guy's media trained.
into this.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we appreciate it.
No, thank you for having me, yo.
So where do we begin here? Let me turn this applause off. You're wearing Yeezys.
I am rocking some old bright yellow Yeezys, as you can see.
Is there a reason you're wearing the old ones and not the new ones?
Yeah, I don't have the new ones, so
Okay.
Good reason.
if I had the new ones, I'd probably be rocking the new joints.
Why haven't you put another album out yet?
That's a good question. That's like more of a long-winded question.
We got time.
I guess it's kind of hard to figure out exactly what would be, what I should consider my next project, right? Should it be like an album or
Come
a
on.
mixtape or like
Is there a difference?
In the streaming era, yeah. What is the difference now? Because everything goes on a platform that you can monetize. Mixtapes used to be free. That's why it was a
there's
mixtape.
there's still
And
websites
you didn't have
that
to clear shit.
There's still websites you could put your shit up on that.
But would
that
you
don't
do
We're
that?
not
Yeah,
sending
but
our
Chan,
shit
your
to Dat
mixtape
Piff.
should not be on Dat
You're a little
Chance,
bit higher.
Chance,
And shout out to
relax.
Dat Piff. Love Dat Piff.
shout out to
You
Dat
think I
Piff. but-
shouldn't put my shit on Dat Piff anymore?
No, I'm not saying you shouldn't, but
Listen,
it won't be
I
on
wouldn't
that.
wouldn't behoove you to do that.
Well, we can't say that.
I mean,
Can't say that.
I mean,
you could. I mean, you could also
you can
put
make a
it
lot
up-
of money on
you
Apple,
Could, you could put it
Spotify,
in a bunch of
Tidal.
different places. You don't have to just put it on Apple or just put it on SoundCloud.
Well, I mean, you started with "Let Me Always Do My Album for Free."
mm-hmm.
Coloring book, I guess, was free, but you have to pay $10.99. So do you want to go against that?
No, it's on other places where you don't have to pay.
So would you do that again, just a SoundCloud release?
That's like a big question, I think, for myself is like that I'm still figuring out is like I feel like I should be able to make money off my shit at this point.
I get the integrity part, but at this point, most people have some
Yeah.
type of streaming.
It's also
It's
like
still kind of free.
it's a big thing about like access. Like everybody doesn't even have internet in their houses. You know what I mean?
a
So
fact.
it's like
Oh, we're not selling records to them niggas.
yeah. Well, I mean, but you wanna
If you don't have internet in your house,
I haven't sold
Yo,
any
Chance, you
records.
gotta-
the
Don't-
chances
don't
are they
tell
don't
me-
know who Chance is if they don't have internet.
You're
in their
not
house.
selling nothing to a nigga without
I'm
no
saying
Wi-Fi.
I haven't sold any records. So for me, it's not about selling records. It's about being heard. Like that's what I've always wanted. I feel like that's what like my generation is
you have
different.
sold.
Yeah, I mean, Coloring Book was sold.
You never sold records. You have sold records.
How did I sell records?
Don't you come in here
You're
with this
talking about
bullshit,
you're talking
Chance.
about the streaming equivalent album units? Is that what you mean?
Were you on the Billboard?
Now we
That's
getting
selling
comfortable.
records?
Yeah, selling records.
That's selling.
That's
Of
selling
course it
records.
is.
It's equivalent.
I guess.
But I
right
think-
there in
By the way,
title.
we're not faulting. You
That's
should
their-
sell
no, that's-
records. No one's
that's their
faulting you for
rules.
that.
I mean, but what I'm saying is like, I grew up wanting a lot of people to hear my music. So when I was like, 10 Day and Ass Rap, those weren't my first mixtapes. Those were just the first ones that people heard. But I was
Hip-hop.
making music when I was in high school. So like when it came down to it, even though I spent money on a blank CD to burn it and I spent money on the studio to record it, I thought it was more, it would be better for me to give it out for free because then more people could hear my shit. You know what I mean? Versus like, you trying to ask a nigga to buy a CD from you that don't know you and you telling him that you need $10 also. Like, let me put a headphone in your ear to see if you fuck with this music, but also let me ask you for $10. Like,
That's what they do in Times Square.
yeah,
I was
that's
gonna
too many
say, yeah.
steps, yo.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why they
Yo,
not
you listen to hip hop?
Word.
That's too many steps.
They still do that.
They do that on the trains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word.
I used to do that shit
but
too.
still, either way, back to the does everyone have internet? SoundCloud still would require that.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying is like it's about levels of access. So like there's certain things that I could do.
So
to
you
make
just
sure
want to
that
put it
more people-
everywhere,
Yeah,
but
I
you're
just
still
want-
selling records. If
Can you
put
let
it
the
on Apple
nigga answer? God damn it.
Did he not just?
Like, so,
No, I
like
want to hear what he's saying. I want to understand this.
it's like I feel like the word trash, like that's like a word that like is like you think that it's a bad word, but really I feel like a lot of artists, especially people from my generation, struggle to be at a point where they could be considered trash because that means you heard them. You know what I mean? Like I would. Yeah, that's the reason why like I could post something as heartfelt like or as serious as like what I posted about what I said on Twitter after Mac passed away. And there'd be kids that'll fucking put their song as a reply underneath my tweet. And they know that hella people are gonna be like, this is disgusting. Why would you do this at this kind of time? Blah, 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 blah. But they just want to be heard. So they'll do whatever it takes to get heard. Like that's my generation. And so my thoughts and approach to everything is how can I make this as widespread as possible?
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's been a few years. By now, you should have gathered some info on how to do that.
But
no?
I did release some projects, by the way. I released 2 collab albums with Jeremiah. They just didn't circulate like that.
That was a Christmas.
I was gonna
album,
say it
right?
was a Christmas shit, right?
Yeah.
Have you listened to them?
Yeah.
They're fire, right?
Yeah.
They're
I
not
enjoyed
just
them.
Christmas
No,
albums.
That's true.
Let's not be
That's true.
reductive. They're crazy good.
Yeah.
So
That's an interesting collaboration. What made y'all two?
that's one of my best friends. Like
Okay.
I've been, and I mean he's from Chicago. He went to Morgan Park.
Jeremiah?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Would you tour with him?
yeah. We've tried to set it up before. It just didn't work out.
He was on.
I'm sure it didn't work out. He doesn't have the best track record.
He's
on
over
tour.
2 right now with collab tours.
Yeah.
Chance is good, man. You're pretty positive.
But no, yeah.
That's my guy, yo.
No, we loved
I know
Jeremiah.
it's like family. Like this, like a nigga that I really know. So I fuck with Jeremiah. That's my guy.
Okay, so what is this you and Ye shit? Is it thrown? Are you thrown?
Am I thrown? No.
I gotta ask.
The throne too? Yeah, no, that's not me. like the project has been something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. You know what I mean?
This being good ass job.
Yeah. I don't think it's like Kanye's thing. You know what I mean? He's about to drop Yandi. Like I don't think it's like a
So it's kind of been you doing it, and then put some verses.
there's no doing it. It hasn't started yet. It's like
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
pardon me?
yeah. I mean,
I'm still. Why you niggas keep announcing albums that are ideas?
I think
Like, why y'all give like fans blue balls that way?
They're speaking
Like,
into
I don't-
existence, is that type of thing?
I think so. I'm a
Chance.
huge Kanye West fan. Like I am who I am, and I am who I am to you guys and to the culture and to everybody else. But I'm definitely still me way more of the time than I am that. And so, like in my mind, I'm like, I basically since Life of Pablo, since I first met Kanye, been begging him to come back to Chicago and work on a project with me. In my mind, the whole time, this is gonna be a good ass job, and this is gonna be his return to a sound that basically birthed my sound and my chance to work with who I believe to be the greatest living artist musically. And yeah, he finally came back, but he's still doing his shit. He's doing the Yandi shit right now. So I wouldn't say the good ass job is something that you should be,
Anticipating.
setting your clocks by.
Yeah.
And
We
shit.
should be looking for a chance
No, the
solo
clocks are
project
set.
first.
The clocks
Yeah,
are
y'all set the clock.
Yeah, y'all on the clock.
Are you gonna 7-song it, or are you gonna do?
I have no idea.
Okay.
What ideas do you have?
Like that are already working, or like you want me to like give you an idea that doesn't? That
No,
hasn't-
newer ones that maybe are not working.
ones that aren't working.
Yeah, maybe not in action yet, in effect.
Oh yeah, right.
That's
right.
what I mean.
That aren't working
Not
yet.
failing.
Right.
Because you're confusing to me. I'll tell you why. Because you put that coloring book project out, right?
Mhm.
And got all of this success quickly, right? I was hype. I thought you were doing a great job of taking the Good Guy Award away from Drake. Do you feel that? Why is that funny?
That's just a great way to put it. That's funny.
Who do you think has the Good Guy Award right this second? Is it you or him? He gave
The
out $1
Good
million.
Guy Award?
Yeah, you know the shit y'all be doing. He gave $1 million out in the
we be
video.
doing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, y'all are always like great.
that's not.
Y'all
the
are
same.
always like amazing characters and morally sound, and we never
Smile
see
a
you
lot.
guys. But you just said that fly shit of, yo, who I am to y'all, but I'm me more of the time. All right, I want to hear about that.
Yeah. No, I mean, well, all right. So I'm about to get married. Like,
Oh,
so
we
I'm
got,
like,
no, I got to hit the round of applause.
Congratulations to that.
Round of applause. All right.
and I'm about to like start a. Oh, is this like you getting me to talk about the good things that I'm doing, like good guy things? Because that's all I have to say. Is like, my whole shit is about to
No,
be
we'll get to
like,
the bad shit
I'm
eventually.
also building this school. I'm like, it's like, I don't. Yeah, no, I mean,
We're going to get to all of that because I have a bunch of questions about that stuff too, but I
Yeah.
don't want to politic this out so early.
yeah. Ideas towards music that I have that.
So Chance fans don't have any idea when new Chance music is coming, period.
Because I'm not on a cycle, so there's no ever like, damn, like your album's supposed to drop this year. It's like I make stuff, and it drops, or it doesn't drop. I don't know. You don't have hella songs that you never put out? Like everybody has hella songs that they didn't
I got
put
a
out.
bunch of songs I
Yeah.
didn't put out.
Yeah.
They probably were really bad.
Yeah, that's how you feel.
Yeah.
That's how you feel.
So the I Might Need Security was just a Lucy to put out. It wasn't leading to something or to see where that
I don't
might
think
fall.
it was a Lucy. I thought that shit was raw.
No, it's great. No, Lucy isn't a bad thing.
No,
I'm just
but I
saying,
mean-
is it leading to something as
No, it
far
was-
as
it was
mapping
its
out
own
when you put it
thing.
out?
It was
Okay.
its own thing.
Damn, I'm
I do.
frustrated now for Chance fans.
I mean, I feel like there's enough, like the culture exists. Like if my shit doesn't succinctly work with the culture or the machine, like then it's just something to be respected outside of it. I think it works with it, but it's not set to the same like, I don't know, industry standard, I guess. Like,
so we shouldn't be anticipating no Chance music no time soon. That's all I'm getting from this.
yeah. Not to the detriment of like my own happiness.
Right.
Like I definitely, when I feel inspired and I make something that's just super cold that's got to come out. Most of my shit, here's something that people probably don't know. Most of my shit that drops hasn't been waiting for a super long time. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So if I make something and it's cold and I love it, if I haven't put it out in 2 months or even 1 month after I've made it, this is also news to me. I'm like speaking, you know how you speak to yourself and shit. I'm probably not gonna put it out. You know what I mean? Like it's going to sit because in a month's time, it's not gonna feel the same to me. So like,
Got it.
yeah,
Do you dumb down at all?
I think I have before. Yeah, I think we all do as artists. Like if
No, we don't all.
okay, I'm sorry. I don't want to put that shit on
Thank
you,
you,
Joe
Bert,
Budden.
thank
But
you.
I'm saying,
Joe is
Me
definitely dumbed down.
and a few.
I have not
oth-
dumbed down.
You have definitely
You
dumbed
have
down.
Name the song.
She don't put it down.
Pump. All right.
That wasn't. Chance. Chad, that was not dumbed down. That was hardcore
But that's not
lyricism,
peak Joe
buddy.
Budden, yeah.
Hardcore lyricism.
Hardcore lyricism.
When I'm talking about Chance dumbing down, I'm talking about every time I hear you on a Khaled record. Boy, do I get angry.
I'm
been
trying
what,
to get
2 times?
another number one, yo. Like
Real shit.
that shouldn't be hard to understand. Like,
Real shit.
I respect
And
The
I
last
don't even know.
one
I don't
didn't
even know
respect
that's
that.
dumbing
but
down.
it was
No,
still
no.
fun.
I
It was
respect
still
that.
cool. The thing is also like Cal is smart and he knows that. I think he knows how I work and he knows how other people work very well. And I'm actually friends with Justin. I'm actually friends with Quavo. So that shit works. And he could convince all of us, I think, to get on the record by saying the other two are on the record without.
I've never
You know what I
seen clips of you and Quavo playing basketball together.
How
So-
many?
Oh yeah.
There's literally a clip of us playing
Yeah.
basketball.
How-
But
That was the first time I
you're
saw
not
Chance
trending.
rock the
Not
hat.
trending, Joe.
don't,
You don't be
I
on the
don't
internet.
have like.
Well, how's his jump shot? Chance got a J?
We didn't see.
I'm
It
not
was
a
just. It
hooper,
was just a
nah.
picture.
I
It
wouldn't
wasn't
even
a video.
lie. I wouldn't lie on this tape because somebody's probably gonna edit this shit right now with me. Like,
You was a guy. You just pass a lot.
this is how my shit looks. When it leaves my hands,
Oh
yo.
yeah, that's bad.
Ew, that's the shot?
This is what it looks like.
Like Markel
follow
Fultz.
through.
That's not going in.
Yeah.
So
Tory Lanez for him.
which guy are you on the basketball court? Like, what can your teammates rely on you for? Like,
You look like you set good screens.
I think you're pretty like.
Hey, what's folks' name?
Nah, he's definitely the motivational guy. Like, yo,
Patrick,
it's twos, let's
from
go.
Chicago, yo. Patrick Beverly. That's who I play
Yo,
with.
down 7,
Yo,
y'all. Come on,
we can do it.
One stop.
You're a defensive
Chance
guy.
definitely
I'm Pat
leads the
Beverly.
prayer.
Okay,
He leads
you're a
the prayer
defensive
before
guy.
the game.
Okay.
No, you need that guy though.
No, he's the defensive. He said Pat Beverly, so he's a defensive guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
The Music Modernization Act. What are your thoughts on this?
Somebody was just explaining to me, and I think I'm gonna halfway articulated it.
That's the same thing I've been doing.
Yeah.
We've all-
I've been just throwing it to Parks.
We haven't figured it out.
I
Don't
think
worry
it's
about
something dealing with making a not, I don't want to say industry standard, but a standard set for how much they based on an estimate how much an artist should be collecting and publishing royalties.
How much everybody should be
from
collecting.
different from radio stations and other places based on
It's
a code, I
that's
think.
kind of that's part of it.
That's part of
it's,
it,
It's
but-
complicated. Like they instead of being a bunch of different people trying to get licenses for music, they put it all to one central person that's going to negotiate those things. Not person, but a team.
So we
of
won't
people.
know until like end of 2019 if this is
At
even
least.
a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
The Wayne album that just came out. I saw you were rather excited about it.
Yeah.
Because you're a huge Wayne fan. Who are you not a fan of, first of all?
Who am I not a fan of?
Yeah.
Yeah, keep it all the way
Yeah.
real. Like, who shit you turning off as soon as it come on?
And we're gonna get back to that. Kanye is the greatest musical person living. But we just want
No,
to
we're
let you. We just want to let you
We'll
rock.
let it be.
Kanye shit. I mean, the second half.
I heard you
I want to
said
kick it. You was like,
yeah. I was like,
as a friend first.
Yeah. Let's just get the interview started.
I can't really think of anybody that I want
This
to
guy's
say
good.
right now.
This guy's
this
good.
person is bad.
He's good. He's good.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
Well, y'all trying to bring the negative energy. Like,
No, never.
just-
never.
just see it with the
that's
positive
a tough
shit.
question. to
Everything,
ask. Like,
everything
who
is
don't
not
you
good.
like?
Everything is not good.
yo,
music,
who is
though.
trash?
Yeah, there's a bunch of people's music I don't like, but if I said one person, then I'm like focusing on them and trying to make that
That's
seem
okay.
like they bogus.
That's fine. That's fine.
I don't know.
You don't want to ruin
Well, yeah.
nobody's day,
Where did
man.
you land with the Wayne album? Have you given it a full listen yet?
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be digested as a double disc, and so it's definitely like, oh my god, so many bars on this joint. But it was definitely a long ass listen. I think my favorite tracks are Dedicated. The Open Letter shit is super hot. What's the one with the best track on the album is the one with Ashanti. What do you know what that's
Oh
called?
yeah, that shit's hard. I
That's
think
the
Manny
one.
Fresh did the beat too.
Yeah, yo, that's the one.
Manny Fresh is
That's the one
underrated.
that did it for you. That one.
Yeah, that felt like
Shut
it
up,
felt like
Maul.
it felt like the Carter too. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I
It did have that vibe to it.
Yeah,
Definitely.
With Dedicated, because you're obviously influenced by Wayne
Very
and been
much
very
so.
vocal about that. Do you think he could have really talked some more shit on that record about what he's done as far as 2018 and what the sound is?
maybe. I think the whole what I saw from it a lot was two things. One was that it was two albums put together for sure. It was definitely, to me, this is also my opinion. And Wayne and Mac both know how I feel about them. I love them. It felt like it was an older album
Yeah.
with
And some more current,
new
yeah.
tracks.
It felt a little dated.
Placed
Certain
in it.
records. Yeah.
But it felt to me, it felt like definitely, and I haven't said this yet. It felt like an awesome, to me, classic project. It's the bookend to the Carter series, so it's it's important. It's just everybody has their own commentary about the Matrix Revolutions or some shit. You know, it's however you feel about it, you still know that shit, and you definitely got out of your seat to go get it.
Nah, not Matrix 3.
I did. I was a kid though. Also, this is 2003.
Matrix 3, they could have had that one.
I fucked with I actually just watched that this morning. That's also why I used that reference.
Wait, you watched the whole trilogy this morning?
No, I watched the third one today because there's these two theories.
Oh, that's what you was upstairs.
That's how you know. That's how you know he about to get married. Nigga in the crib watching Matrix 3.
He went right to
two
3.
theories.
He
He's
is
trying to
dying
stay-
to get away from his wife.
Whoa. I'm not dying to get away from my wife. I woke up early. All right, I woke up early in Chicago. I got a kid. You got a kid. You have two kids.
I have two kids.
My baby wakes up
Hi,
at
Trey. Hi,
6
Lex.
a.m. What's up, Trey and Lex? And Kinsley.
Hey, Kinsley.
My baby wakes up at 6 a.m. Most of the time 5 a.m. And then it's a toss back and forth between me and my wife or my fiance on, who's gonna get her juice and who's gonna.
Can you help me with that phase? Like
it's just you do it. When you can muster yourself up to do it, you'll do it. And when you can't, then you have a good reason. And it's just like
the
you
Matrix 3.
justify it yourself. Exactly.
this nigga is such
So in the middle of this
So I watched The
negotiation, the
Matrix.
baby has
That's
no
why I
juice.
threw that shit on.
I watched The Matrix because there's these two different theories to The Matrix. One is the Matrix within a Matrix, and the other one is that Neo is not the one. And so I was reading these things about it and then watching the movie.
where do you fall on that? I've heard that whole Neo is not the one thing.
I had heard of them, but I never read about them until today. I think both of them are. I think the Matrix within a Matrix one is harder to like
Some Inception
solidly
shit.
justify, but like the Neo is not the one. That shit's definite.
Where was all your Kanye loyalty when Drake was barring that nigga's fucking head off?
I was fucking with Kanye. I wasn't fucking with Kanye.
I didn't see you.
Usually when
watching
the
You
Matrix.
wanted me to come out and make a diss record against Drake?
No, I did not. No, I did not.
You wanted me to come out and say, "Yo, Kanye's my man."
You ain't hear
was a
Scorpion?
fan.
Oh, whoa, that's a trash. Chance, this record is trash.
You ain't hear Scorpion and feel somewhat of a
Yo,
way?
Chance, Kanye is my man. Leave him
do it.
alone. Yo, if that's what you're gonna do.
I saw what it feels like to still be a good lyricist and rap at Drake and nobody care, especially not Drake, because you did it before.
Thanks.
So I was like,
he did it a couple times.
Yeah. There was about 7 records.
I'm just joking.
All right, everybody.
I was just joking.
But you're right.
No, but you
are right though.
It was one of those
in all
jokes that was real.
honesty, I would never diss Drake also because, all right, so like you were saying about the Quavo thing, like you don't see me on camera, but I'm also not like the type of nigga really that like if I'm hanging out with somebody, I'm like, all right, let's flick up. Like, you know what I mean?
That.
So Drake has been super helpful with me in my career too. And when I first won the Grammys, the first person to text me was Drake. You know what I mean? So like,
What did he
super
say?
fuck with him.
What did the text say? Was it sentimental?
The
I probably
nicest
still have it. I
text
think I
thread
took
ever.
a picture of it. It was super.
Oh, they was having like a real good guy text.
Yeah.
Oh, I never want to read you in Drake's text. Yo, congrats to you. No, congrats to you.
I feel like whatever they got going on is probably not like something that could be remedied publicly. You know what I mean? I think it's like
Well, it has been.
it hasn't
Yes.
been remedied, has it?
I mean,
Yeah,
Kanye's
Drake,
walking,
Drake
walking down.
barred him to death
Yeah,
and
and,
he shut
and
up.
Kanye's been walking down the street in Chicago doing response
Hey,
videos.
yeah,
It's
man.
open in the public.
Drake
what I
barred
mean.
him to death
That's what
and
I
he
mean,
took a
though.
walk under the train station.
That's what I'm talking about. There was the bars and like the aspect of like niggas looking
Yeah.
at it is like that's for y'all. That's for entertainment. Drake barring Kanye down is for y'all entertainment, and it feeds his ego too. But it's like that's for y'all entertainment. Like what they actually have as men, like the feelings that they might have of being wronged on either side is not like that shit.
laughing
not for
matter.
public.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
So it's
personal.
like-
It's personal
I
shit.
definitely don't have shit to do with it, and I definitely wouldn't rap about Drake to try. Like, I fuck with both of them. I would love for them to be cool, but that shit also don't have shit to do with me. You know what I mean?
Right.
I live an extra real life, Joe. Like, I don't be.
What's a real life like? You wake up and make eggs.
I don't make eggs,
Do you
but
make
I
two-
wake up and eat eggs.
What is
every
chance?
morning.
What is
And watch The
chance?
Matrix.
What does Chance's tuna fish taste like?
Ugh, nigga, what?
Why you land on tuna fish?
Nigga, what?
Because when he said he's a regular person, I pictured
You went
him in
to
the
tuna
kitchen
fish?
making some
That
tuna.
shit not regular. First of all,
Wait,
I
what?
don't
You
eat-
just wake up and make tuna?
Yeah, what?
No, but I mean it's a very regular thing to do. Oh, you niggas have money all your life. My bad.
No, he has
That's-
money
No,
now.
I ate PB and J when I was growing up. I ain't tuna fish.
Don't try to
sandwiches.
bring it back to poverty.
No, I'm just. That's not poverty. Niggas that's rich eat peanut butter and jelly too. Mine were actually upper scale. My shit was.
Well, Kylie just
Oh,
had.
you-
Snickers
you had-
packaged
yeah, you
without any crust on it.
He had the shit with the
I was-
not
jelly and
even
the
a
peanut
class.
butter in one jar.
My shit was very
No, that
nice.
shit is trash.
Well,
I hate
Kylie just ate cereal for the first time like 2 weeks ago. Milk and cereal.
Well,
So she probably never had tuna either.
Who did?
Kylie.
Kylie
Oh,
Jenner.
Kylie Jenner.
Maul knows
yeah.
everything about the
I
Kardashians
don't know
because he's
everything
in that
about
family.
He's
I'm
part
not
of
in
that little clique.
family.
Oh, y'all probably know each
yeah,
other.
y'all are kind of
We don't know
cousins.
each other.
Hey!
On the low.
We don't know each other.
Like long lost family.
Through the Jenners.
You haven't seen each other in the kitchen making tuna?
Nah,
Okay.
definitely not.
I was getting somewhere when Chance said he lives a regular life, and now I don't fucking remember where I was going.
You said tuna.
You said, what is a regular
No,
life?
that
You
was-
said, what is your tuna sandwich like?
We asked the hard hitting questions here, Chance.
No, I mean, what I mean is like, I don't live in New York or LA. I don't like have a busy schedule that it like includes appearances or anything like that. So a lot of my day is like
So most of the time
in a
you're
local space.
You're home?
Nah, I live very close to where I work. So I'm either at my workspace or I'm at the crib. But a lot of times I gotta like, Chicago's a big city. I be having to do shit at different places and drive around the city. But most of it is I don't have to take a lot of planes, basically what I'm saying.
Mm.
Do you feel as though, right? Do you feel as though a lot of the good work that you're doing, like the good work that you're doing in Chicago,
Yeah.
and it's too much of it for me to keep up with,
Right.
does it coincide? Are there plans for you to? Are you in cahoots with the government out there?
No.
That's what I'm trying to say.
No.
And do you feel like all the good work that you do, because there's reports about crooked government shit out there?
Right. There's
Do
a
you-
lot of crooked government.
Well, yeah, I'm not out
The
there.
mayor
so I
that
wanted
you've
to say,
spoken
so I
out
wanted to
about.
say reports.
Yeah, it's way lower level than that too. It's like aldermanic, like niggas that run the block club. Like it's not just like a
Yeah, but for
overall
somebody
development
who's constantly doing the work out there,
Mhm.
do you ever feel like the crooked government kind of sets back all of that shit? Do you feel like it's
Yeah.
in vain at all if you're not working
No.
with them somehow? Like,
no. Well,
don't?
here's the thing. Like you could say that, but that's like something
you
that,
got to
that's
be
like
down with the government somehow.
Your family works in politics.
Niggas
though,
can't
right?
open a school.
So yeah. Well, I was joking when I said I opened a school. I didn't open a school, but yeah. So my dad worked in politics for a long time. He was a campaign manager for a long time. He was one of Brock's first campaign managers. He worked in the mayor's office twice for Harold Washington, and then for the nigga that I was dissing, like the most recent mayor. He worked for like the treasurer, for a bunch of different people. But that was the answer to one question is yes, my dad worked for the mayor and for the ex-president. Not ex-president. That's fucked up. That's not a cool way to say it. But
The former president. He's still President Obama.
He's still our president.
Obama.
He's still our president.
But and then yeah, like you could look at it on some like defeatist shit, like, oh yeah, like if I do this shit, they just gonna fuck it up anyway. But like if you don't do it, it's fucked up anyway. So like why not? You know what I mean? Like I think there's an easy way to look at it as like a blanket thing. Like Chance does good things, like in totality. Like let's get that out of here. But it's like if you look at specifically what I'm working on, and each time like look at it critically, it's usually something that has something to do with equity, like making sure that everybody gets what they deserve, not necessarily equality. Because if there's people that are set back, equal shares don't make them equal. You know what I mean? Or it has something to do with, women's rights or black women's rights or black rights, period. Education. It's a lot of like in the same area. Homelessness. I guess all that you could call that like economics. But like, here's something very recent, like just a real dope thing that I saw yesterday. So the other day, like 2 days ago, we went up to a school. So let me rewind it a little bit more. Like the big thing that a lot of people know me for is I went on this long thing where I was trying to raise money for CPS, Chicago Public Schools, because we were in a huge debt and the state didn't want to give us any money, and basically it was like a bunch of like political shit, like how you were talking about niggas being corrupt. Like motherfuckers was trying to get reelected. Those elections are actually this year, and so there was like this hold on all funds coming in on a bunch of different things for the city of Chicago because the mayor and the governor don't fuck with each other. They're both lame as hell. So basically, I came in and started trying to raise funds to raise awareness for the deficit, and which is very similar to like me giving away free albums to like raise awareness on artistic independence. So basically, I raised a bunch of money and then I donated to the first 20 schools. We raised like $2.2 million. So we did 20 schools last year. About to announce another 20 schools, and I think, and actually next week when we come back to Chicago. And so that was a huge backstory just to say 2 days ago, I went to one of the schools that got one of these grants the other day for a ribbon cutting. They used the money and built a state-of-the-art science lab in their school. And the first day,
Beautiful.
they're doing this experiment on zebrafish, which are these little microscopic fish that have like 99% of the same DNA as humans. And they were putting them in, you have the control one, so they had clean water, but then they had these 2 other ones. They were putting different percentages of lead in their water. And it was all under the CDC regulation for the amount of lead that us as humans, anybody should be drinking. And they were watching under a microscope how it was mutating these fish. Because also zebrafish grow, they do, unlike humans, they do like their whole 9 months of incubation and stuff in 7 days. So they're watching these fish in exactly like how we grow, but way faster, and their reaction to this lead water, and then using the data to compare it to Flint, where they were having way over the amounts, and they were showing like they weren't getting, like their brain wasn't connecting to their muscles, and their eyes were like, it was just all types of fucked up stuff. But these are little kids that are getting to get that information and getting to make those connections and understand who they are in the world and why there's other people that are dealing with shit similar to them on a higher level, because their economic standards are similar, because they're the same color. And it was just a dope thing to see, because they didn't have that shit before. And not because they didn't deserve it, just because of where they were and how, the type of population in their school, like the ethnic population in their school. And so,
I'll be honest, man. I thought all this you loving human shit was just like a front, but I believe it.
He's with the zebrafish.
I'm sold. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. You sold me with the zebrafish.
Yeah, once you start telling me about zebrafish,
I want to know, how can I help now? Like, how can I get down? How can I get down with the zebrafish? Yeah,
what do you need from us as a people?
I do need your platform, because a lot of people really, including me, I follow you on Instagram and shit. Like, follow your influence of and your take on the culture. And so I think like what you think is cool. And so I'm on your show right now. I'm talking about Flint, Michigan, like months and months after.
See, I think that's cool. I think you beefing with politicians is cool. Actually, that's the conversation we were having before you walked in.
Yeah.
Maul said you was corny for that. I love it. Say this face, Maul.
It's okay.
I caught you talking about zebrafish, and they ain't so corny.
Nah, that's my man now.
So, yeah, exactly.
Nah, that's my man now. That's my man now.
So now that old boy's not doing the re-election, do you think that's going to be a big swing in Chicago?
Yeah, it's made a big change in it, because it's like a wide open race now. So there's like, I think 15 or 16 candidates.
Okay.
Like one of them is, so you know about the Jason Van Dyke trial in Chicago?
Yep.
So this police officer that murdered this kid, shot him 16 times. Basically, his trial is going on right now, and the old police superintendent under the mayor, who resigned for his involvement in this murder, is now running for election in Chicago. He's got a lot of supporters. And what's crazy is like this club that we all go to in Chicago called Paris Club, Studio Paris. The owners of that, Let Us Entertainment, are funding his campaign. So, damn, Paris.
Won't be going to that club anymore.
Right?
Yeah.
That shit is super dead. I'd rather go to Liquor Box or something.
Liquor Box. That just sounds like a dangerous.
It's fire. It's fire. They not supporting murderous cops and shit like that.
That's real.
We have this.
Shout out to Liquor Box then.
We have this thing we do here whenever we get sad. So I'm gonna do that now.
We just listen to Gap Band.
Yeah, we just play outstanding.
Just to lift the spirits a little bit.
It lifts everyone's spirits.
I feel that.
Classic song.
I still want to know how I get down with the zebrafish though. Like I'm stuck on that.
I'm stuck on this. Kanye is the greatest. I feel better already. I feel great.
Yeah, that helped.
Yo, the
one
more
doesn't
the more
take much.
Chance talks, I'm not even looking at him as a rapper anymore. And now everything he's saying about
I
not having any
appreciate that,
music
yo.
coming
I
out,
get it.
like it makes more sense
Yeah,
now.
you used hip hop because it was a love, it was a passion.
Oh,
but
all right. So I'm sorry. Before you go too far with it, I am a rapper, and I definitely
sure.
am,
The rapper.
you know, rap
right.
as a whole. I got very forward-thinking ideas, and I'm also 25, so I got a minute in this joint. But right now, I definitely am starting to understand why motherfuckers get to a certain point and start making a lot of records about how they don't want to be more famous. You know what I mean? And so,
Tell me more about that, because I see that happening a lot now. Like, well, actually, I say that a lot of today's acts seem a lot more introverted, but then the more I go back and look at just a lot of artists, we've been introverted for a while.
I mean, you guys are artists. Artists are naturally introverted people.
Yeah.
we want everybody to fuck with our shit, and we want to be able to have as many people hear it as possible. But that effect is way different when it gets to like such a crazy version of that shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so me, especially being somebody that lives where I grew up, and you know,
Where's your second house? I'm tired of you running that line.
I don't have
Where's
a
your other
second
crib?
house.
You
That's
got a-
what's so crazy
You got a
is I
crib in
want them to
Seattle somewhere. Come on, give
All
it
right,
up,
well,
Chance.
Here's the thing. Yeah, you watch the Cat Williams thing.
Nice little
I'm
Virginia
a
crib.
generation inspired by the niggas that inspire me, Cat Williams and Dave Chappelle. Very much so.
Time out. Who wins the fight between Cat Williams and Kevin Hart?
A fist fight?
Yes. No chance. A fight
I'm not
with
trying
words.
to speak. I'm not trying to.
No, they're comedians.
Yeah, he can't talk about nothing negative. Don't worry about Chance.
No, I mean, in real life, Kevin Hart probably weighs a lot more than Cat Williams. I think.
We watched a 17-year-old kid beat the brakes off of Cat Williams.
He didn't beat the brakes off Cat Williams.
Excuse me?
Let's rewatch the video.
He knocked the
Rewatch
perm.
the
He was
video.
rolling
He
around.
knocked the perm
If
out
you're
his
rolling
head.
around in the grass,
Hey,
you
did
lost the fight.
Did he knock the brakes off of him,
you
or
can't
did
win
he choke
after.
him out?
He knocked the he knocked the cigarettes out his pocket.
Yo, once you got grass stains on your
Damn.
jeans,
If a
you
nigga
lost the
knocks
fight.
cigarettes
You
out your
lost.
pocket, fam, if the cigarettes fall out your pocket, he beat your ass.
I feel you. What I'm really trying to say.
When you collecting cigarettes, that's a bad move.
Yeah, it didn't
I
go
fuck
your
with
way.
Cat Williams though, and I was only bringing up his name at all to say he made a point about him being a certain age and never having, what did he say? Like he said, I've never had credit, never leased a car. I said like I've never had a mortgage or something like that, and that's very
That's real.
much so me. Like, and maybe it's because I'm young. Maybe it's because I come from a cynical family that didn't have a lot of money. But I don't got like hella investments in stocks. I don't got credit cards. I don't have a mortgage on it. Like I own everything that I got. My car, I got a decent ass Suburban, like a regular like black Uber car. It's not a super nice car.
That's the go-to though.
Yeah, it's like I
That's
got
the
nice shit. I'm not saying I got weak shit. I'm just saying I don't have anything that I couldn't afford. I don't have any debts to any nigga. So
Well, how did you avoid all of these pitfalls?
my dad and my mom. And it might be because
This nigga got both his parents.
I got both my parents.
why
So that's
that's
a big
important.
deal.
Round of
That's why
applause.
that's
a
Clap
big
it up,
deal,
man,
yo.
for Chance
It means
having
a
both
lot.
his parents, man.
Look what we clapping at.
My parents
Where are we in society where we got to clap for having both parents?
Hey, that's important.
No, that is. It is.
Trying to figure out
my
where you
parents been
picked
married
up
for
all
like,
this shit.
for like 28 years.
Yeah.
Something like
They're
that.
very well educated, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my parents didn't finish college or anything. Neither one of my parents
That
finished
doesn't
college,
mean-
but they definitely finished high school. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that they're very educated. Like they got, I don't want to, and I'm also not trying to bring them down at all. Like they're definitely successful people that stayed together, and that shit raw to me.
Do you know what time Tekashi showed up to O Block?
Oh yeah. I saw the video. I'm on Instagram, yo.
I
You
see
really have a
everything.
perception of me, like
You really
I don't
on the
know,
gram.
like,
No, I
I'm-
think all you niggas is on
Yeah, I'm
Instagram.
on
we was having that
Instagram?
conversation before you.
Oh.
I think every rapper be on every
sure.
timeline.
But not just forget
But it's
every
the
rapper.
Explore page. That's where it is.
These, the big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You niggas.
Hell yeah.
Y'all ain't got nothing to
Thank
do.
you for calling me one of the big ones. Also, I appreciate that.
Pause, but yeah. I agree.
Pause.
That's not gay, yo.
Yeah, I'm
No, listen, that's a chance.
I'm not going.
Welcome to New York.
That's
Welcome to New York.
You can't just pause everything.
Okay, we'll just read the comments
Because
after
that's
this.
the problem. Niggas is trying to find something that's suggestive. and
Chance,
shit, yo.
you got a Grammy for shit that they don't give a Grammy out for.
I did.
That's ill.
That's kind of fire though.
That's ill.
Like
That was the plan, yo.
You found a loophole.
that was the
You did
plan.
That
They
was the
rapped it?
plan,
Get
yo.
did
the
that.
fuck out of here.
That was the plan.
Did
yo.
you rap
that
it
be
in the
the plan?
ultralight beam
Yo,
intro?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
change
yeah,
the Grammy rule.
No, they said it.
I prophesied, yo. I saw it coming, yo.
I'm sick of him and Kanye with this prophesizing shit.
All right, don't put me on Kanye level prophesying. I'm just saying on one song because he told me to take it out, yo.
Wait, really?
He told me to take it off. He told me he said I don't want to put the schmammies on there. That's what he said because he wasn't even trying to say the name at the time.
I can understand that.
And I was like, nah, yo, because it's gonna work out. And then that shit extra worked out three times.
This nigga text the Lord.
All right, so you
I
more
definitely
of a
got that
prophesizer
open line
than
of
Kanye West.
communication.
This nigga be
Anybody
texting
could
the
get that,
Lord,
yo.
man.
You hey, just know anybody out there watching the video, you don't gotta be famous to have that open line of communication either. Like you could be you and be able
Yo,
to.
I'm
All right,
getting,
but we gotta go through you
I'm getting the
instead.
goosebumps, man.
I'm here, yo.
I
I'm
feel
here to
holier.
talk the talk, yo.
I'm feeling
I
holy.
gotta be honest, Chance. I had you pegged totally wrong before this. Like I had you pegged as a totally different person.
Really?
I definitely did.
How did you have him pegged though?
I'm not gonna be
I
offended.
thought you were just like super like just head up, your, just like super head up your ass. Like,
But where would you ever get that from?
well, when you have the success that he's had as a young age, it is easy to kind of walk around feeling like that, and it is easy to lose sight of who you are as a person, especially at 25. Like, what we was doing at 25. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, so for him, he has a strong head on his shoulders. Like he's focused. He's focused. He's gonna be around for a while.
You self-medicated on?
Nah, I don't have any issues with medication. Like,
Well,
for
you did
anybody
at
that
one
needs
point
it.
though, no? That you was
I
vocal
mean,
about?
you mean like, yeah, I had like addiction issues at one point. Yeah, definitely.
We all
But
did.
I meant like, I don't have a problem with people that are prescribed medicines for what they need them for, taking them. But I don't necessarily believe in like, don't believe in. But no, I should have just answered it simply. No, I don't take it.
No, that's fine. That's good that you give that deep dive into it.
I feel like you would be a man purse guy. I'm new to the men purses, and I will
The
tell
merce.
you, I'm enjoying it, man. I like it.
It's
Yeah.
European.
It's a big bag to carry whatever you need in it. And I mean, everything's not gonna fit in your pockets.
I was trying to figure out, but before I crossed over, I judged niggas that wore this shit. I did. I'll be honest with you.
Before I crossed over.
But you know what? Those bags have been around for so long, and it's like soon as they slap LV or Gucci on it, everybody in the hood want to wear one. It's like
No,
the white boys on Wall Street been wearing them bags for years.
True shit.
They was putting laptops in them shit.
But
though.
the swag is niggas do it's like more of like the fanny pack. Have y'all seen
Yeah.
that?
Yeah,
It's
the
like
fanny pack is back.
I just
it's
want
like it's not like
No.
a full hang.
Yeah.
It's just like a.
I just
goes
want men
across.
to be more efficient than women are with their purses because I was always jealous. I'd be like, yo, you got an extra charger, you got some gum. Like, nah, I got that. You have a whole purse next to you. I would have
you don't have a
I would
charger?
have the whole.
yeah.
I'd have my crib in there.
We rocking now. Got my whole charger right in
I
my...
just want men to use them well.
right
I'm on board if we use them efficiently.
But you had that when you had your book bag though.
I know, that's kind of my point. See, back to Chance's point about the business niggas carrying the shit, I always wanted to do that, but as a rapper, you never had the reason to carry.
Until you slap Louis Vuitton on it, then as a rapper, you can get
Come on,
your,
why do you keep
now it's
saying
part of
that?
your fit.
Why
because
you-
that's what
accurate.
But
That's
you
what
saying
it is.
Did I buy this because...
I'm not saying to
Yes.
you. I'm
Like-
saying the rappers. Like once you slap a name brand on it and make it cool, then they'll wear it.
Chance, my son tells me that little pouch bag you speaking about is called a clout bag. That's
That's a fact.
No, he's telling me.
called clout bags.
He's telling me that in high
didn't know
school, that's what
They
his
call it?
friends call that bag.
So you
clout
run around
bag?
and put clout inside the bag.
Yeah.
Look like you chasing.
Or the bag is for the or
Yeah,
yeah.
Or you put the
You got
non-mean
the
in the
generous
bag.
the
because
clout.
you rocking the bag.
you got the clout if you have the bag. I don't believe
Yo,
nothing.
I'm getting old.
Them kids are retarded in my son's school. I'm trying to transfer him the fuck out
This
of
is
here.
why we need the zebra horses in every school. We
This
wouldn't
is-
have these
yeah,
cloud
we need the
bags.
zebra fishes, man.
So summer is officially over. Rory and I argue every summer about song of the summer.
Yes, for like 5 years running.
So let me just tell you guys that I went to about maybe 5 parties total this summer. And every time I heard that Check West.
Check West.
Check. What is it?
Check West.
Check. That's my list. Pardon me. Check West song. You know the one. Right? So listen, stupid old me was always confused when this song came on. I was like, yo, why do they keep playing this fucking brainwashing shit? Like, who loves this? And it took my son and my girl to say, everybody, Dad.
Yeah.
Everybody loves this song.
Hell yeah.
If we talking specifically New York, that was the song of the summer in New York City. For sure. I mean, you could do the Drake and My Feelings shit for the masses, but that was the song in New York City this summer.
Well, let's make Drake, let's make Chance say that In My Feelings was song of the summer. What do you think of the song of the summer was, Chance?
Song of the summer worldwide, probably In My Feelings.
Yeah. You don't get mad that Kanye put you in these positions?
Why do you say Kanye put me in these positions?
A lot of positions.
Like what?
Pause. But yeah.
Well, whoa, yeah, whoa.
Yeah,
Hey, yo.
Because, like, walk me through this MAGA hat with the Kaepernick sweatshirt. It seemed like it totally contradicts everything you stand for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Whew. All right, all the tension is gone in the room. Now I can relax.
I think Kanye has said it before, but I think he thinks like for every move, at least for the past few albums, he thinks about himself like 300 years in the future and how people will read things, and figures himself as trying to create a bigger blip on the long timeline where a lot of other people will be stuck in like, you know, a very small space of like where their art reaches or where their thoughts reach after they've died. And I think he does a lot of stuff for the attention of the masses to get that stuff documented and made into history. But I think also a lot of times the attention that he may be seeking is at the immediate detriment of some people that may need the attention more.
Or he's just the biggest troll of all time.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
He came into the game trolling. I mean,
But do you think that's going to be a good stamp in history that you use people's pain to promote your music that then instill did nothing? Like, Ye didn't tell me anything positive afterwards.
yeah.
That was a great way to word that, Chance. I'm still thinking about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
To the detriment. Say that again.
No, I said yay. The attention that he wants.
To the
or that he
detriment
seeks
of those
sometimes.
who would need it more.
Yeah.
Do you have those conversations behind the scenes?
Hell yeah. I'm not a timid person. Like, I know maybe I come off that way because I don't always want
Not with the
conflict
mustache,
immediately.
though.
But-
The mustache gives all that timid shit away. Because you look like you're 17 until I zero in on the mustache. And I'm like, nah, this nigga's a nigga still from Chicago.
I feel like, yeah, I mean, definitely in these past few weeks since he's been back in Chicago, like, that's what it is. Like, hard conversations, I guess, for him. But
Do you believe that shit about he's never leaving Chicago? Again, tell the truth.
that he's never leaving Chicago again. He's
Yeah.
playing Saturday Night Live tonight.
You know what I mean.
Do I think he's getting a crib there? Yes.
And staying there forever.
I don't know what staying there forever means.
Staying means not leaving. There means one place, and forever is eternity.
Yeah, but in this business,
He's
you
literally in New York tonight.
Hey, and somebody timestamped that one. Savon? Is Savon doing anything? No. Time mark that. Stamp, whatever. I just forgot what I was saying.
Staying in
he's
one place
actually going to stay in
forever.
Chicago.
Yeah. No, I just said no twice. I feel like maybe I'm not wording it correctly. I mean, like, you were talking about somebody that owns multiple homes. Like, Ye owns multiple homes in L.A. Ye's also just on a different spending plane and artistic imprint plane than I'm on. Like, I'm in a different place. So, for me, if I live in Chicago, I live in Chicago. Like, for him, if he lives in Chicago, he could also live in Prague and live in L.A. and live in New York and live in a bunch of
I
different
don't
places.
even know how to
I
spell
guess.
Prague enough.
I don't know how to
Nikki
spell
told all of us we ain't know how to spell Prague.
P-R-A-G.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. I feel
Well,
like
you got it
is
right.
that it?
Hold on
You got
this
it right.
podcast, we have kind of thought that this new Chicago thing Kanye is doing is kind of a cheap rebrand. Do you guys feel that way in Chicago? That he's using this to try to get back in good graces of people?
I think some people think that way for sure.
I think
Okay.
80% of the city feels that way.
I think Kanye wants what. I don't think for Kanye it's a cheap trick. I think for Kanye it's like being able to be around family, being able to sit down for a nice dinner at like a regular house, for like, you know, being able to be in the studio and see people that he knew growing up, and being able to walk around streets that he lived in, and it's like building something for him inside.
I said on one of the previous episodes that I think he's using this to heal. I don't think he ever really healed from the passing of his mom, and I think he's using this as an opportunity to go back home and to kind of just heal those wounds and grieve properly. That's what I think.
I'd agree.
I could see it. I could see it. I feel like Chance would be helpful in this whole. I'm trying to get rappers to start a union. Don't you think we need a union?
Yeah. I used to be talking about that a lot. I feel like you damn near were on an email with me with like
No.
Janelle Monáe and a bunch of people like 3 years ago.
Joe doesn't check his
Rhapsody. Would
I
you rock
would
with
have, and I
Rhapsody?
definitely would not be on an email with you and Janelle Monáe.
Do you know? Do you fuck with Rhapsody? She was like one of the main people trying to.
I love Rhapsody.
Yeah. So like we were all trying to do that.
What
some years
were
ago.
those conversations about? I mean,
Trying to just create like a form a union
Did they-
around like
did they
recording
end?
artists. It just never formed.
we should
Well,
form
it's not
it.
too late.
Yeah. Get out. You niggas got to leave Chicago and help out with some shit.
Take
Y'all
one
gotta-
meeting
y'all
and
gotta
shit.
help
Chance is doing all he can in Chicago.
Yeah, I gotta be in Chicago.
Yeah,
I
he's
can't
doing
worry
everything
about
in Chicago.
Everybody.
Yeah.
The truth is, it can't work because niggas are in deals. Like niggas don't own their own recording. Like that's why I'm independent, not because I didn't get no help. I'm independent because I own all my recording rights and my publishing rights and distribution and everything.
Except for the 3 weeks that you let Apple own it.
No, I still owned all that stuff in that,
That
same
was
time.
that was our debate on this podcast.
No, I went,
years
and
ago.
that was a part of the reason why I wanted to go on Everyday Struggle. I didn't at the time because I don't know, I didn't want to be on the show. But
That's real shit.
Come on, this
That's
one
real
instead.
shit. I just didn't want to be on the show.
Gunshot there.
I'm on this show. But I'm on this show because I would love to discuss that. I think that's super important because there's hella people that's watching your show right now that haven't made that decision yet, and they could benefit from hearing us talk about it.
But do you think that this union couldn't be inclusive of some of the people in deals? Like
They don't
No,
own. What can they bring to the table? What can they say that they're not going to do or they will do when somebody else controls literally their voice?
Shit.
no, see, and that's where the good old Joe Budden a contract means nothing theory comes into play, because no, they control what your voice records, but they don't control your actual voice. So I'm of the belief if these niggas just not record a thing, just go on strike like the
Like
bus
a
niggas
union
do,
strike,
like the
yeah.
teachers do, then they would yield a little more power. No. And I think they would have something to offer to that type of movement with that power. I think the labels would
Well,
get
the
down and
thing
lay
is-
down rather quick.
The thing is, that's like the immediate action of like me going on radio and being like, yo, fuck the labels, fuck blah, blah, blah. I'm talking if I was a signed nigga. Like, oh yeah, like fuck the labels, they got me doing this.
But you don't-
We trying to do all that stuff.
Okay.
But they own not your current action and your voice in terms of you trying to get on a show that one time and say how you feel, but they own your voice in terms of like your old recordings and how you pay your bills and how you ask for more advances and how you ask to be put on tours and how you ask to be put on radio to promote your single. So once you go on and you piss off whoever actually has your contract, and who is a good example of this is my friend Jeremiah. A lot of the shit that happened to him and his late nights album, the reason why that shit took like 6 years to drop is because he wasn't fucking with Def Jam, and that was public. And they
You don't have to tell me
shitted on
about
him, yo.
artists not fucking with Def Jam.
Yeah, but I'm saying though,
started a
there's
trend.
a lot of artists that feel
Yeah,
that way.
Jeremiah
I
swear-
have my
swear he
own
mean.
relationship with Def Jam, and I'm not even signed to them.
What
But
relationship do you have with Def Jam and why?
Good music.
I'm a rapper, yo. Who was on my album? Justin Bieber.
you
and that's
gotta get all these niggas cleared.
2
Got it.
Chainz, Lil Wayne, Kanye West. I could go down the list, but it's a lot of people on my last album that were
What would you
Def Jam artists.
What would you say to the people who would love to hear you with like lyricists? Do you purposely avoid lyricists?
He had Jay
Who's
Electronica.
not? I was
on
going to say Jay
Color Book.
Electronica, Lil Wayne, 2 Chainz. Those aren't lyricists.
Yes.
Who's a lyricist that you would want to see me work with? Because I probably would be down for that shit.
Let me think. Let me think about that.
3 Stacks. If you still want to do that track, I'm here, yo.
Fam,
He live in Soho.
He lives in New York.
He just be walking around in Soho every day.
And I thought he lived in Atlanta. I always be hitting his old number when I go to Atlanta.
niggas like Rory. Niggas that just tell people where people
No, I
live.
mean that's been the internet running joke. Everyone runs into 3 Stacks every day.
I did.
For real,
run
it's a
into
joke,
3 Stacks
like a
on the
running.
internet.
I'm the only person in
Does
New
he
York
really
City.
live there?
Yeah, I'm the only person in New York that has not run into 3 Stacks in front of Top Man
I
on
definitely saw a
Broadway.
picture of a girl that ran into 3 Stacks in New York. I
He
didn't
just
know
be
lived
walking
there.
around Soho.
He walks 34th Street all the time.
Really?
I literally.
Yeah, no, I'm not telling his
saw him in
address,
front of
Joe. This is like an
Victoria
internet
Street
thing.
on 34th
Oh, I had no idea. I apologize. Oh, I need a 3 Stacks verse.
Oh, thank you.
Street. You're not a rapper.
Chances-
Don't we all?
Wait, hold on. He's not just rapping on
I
Broadway.
wouldn't rap. I would just play the verse in my house.
Hold on. Let's talk about the independence thing, because I think that if we don't talk about it, it'll just be like
I was trying to let you off the hook, man.
Don't let me off the hook, please.
You're not independent. You weren't independent. I understand what you were saying, but you're not independent. You are misleading and misguiding the fucking kids with
Please
your
do you-
semantics.
Do you want to explain why you say that?
Oh,
I tried,
come on.
I tried,
Come
Chance.
on.
This is
knock it
we've
off.
I've
been
been
waiting.
down this
They've been
path,
waiting
man.
for this.
Get off.
They've been waiting for this though. We need a
Let's go.
we need a
Tell 'em why.
explanation behind this whole
what
shit.
does the word? Oh man, your friend done ate a pretzel now.
His hood is still up.
Yeah, she grabbed some popcorn. What does independent mean, Chance?
I was just saying a second ago, to me, it means an artist's ability to own their masters, to own their publishing, to work everything in-house and create their own team. That's to me what it means. And so for any
But that's
artist,
not what happened.
what happened?
You got preferential treatment from Apple. That wasn't your in-house team.
It's a business
What was my
deal.
preferential?
That's a partnership.
What was my? Can you say the word again? Preferential what? Preferential treatment.
Yes.
What does that mean, though?
It means that normally Apple's product placement is algorithm based. It wasn't for yours.
What does that mean?
I'm
though?
sick of Chance.
No, I just want to know, because there's people that you're saying this to also that are watching it. There.
It means that the data is responsible and solely responsible for what you see and where you see it.
For example,
let me just say-
if I like
Let me
hip
just
hip hop
say-
music,
Now he's raising his hand.
no,
Got
I
this
just-
nigga on the fucking ropes.
No, you don't.
What do you say?
Let me
What do
just
you
say-
know?
you don't. That still has nothing to do with independence.
I didn't
Let me
finish.
explain it to you, Joe Budden. Let me explain it to you, because you haven't had to
Does a
deal with this
billboard make you
probably
not
in a long
independent?
time. I'm gonna explain it to you
I'm
how
a
it
fuck
works.
Chancellor.
I'm gonna explain to you how it works. Any artist that has any kind of tick, that's Chicago slang for niggas know who they are, can call Apple before
a
they
hard word.
release a track, whether it's them or their management or their agent or their label or whoever. They can call Apple and say, we want to be on the front page. We're about to drop. They could upload it.
I still don't understand how that doesn't make you independent.
Why does he walk out?
I
of
have no
internet?
idea how that doesn't make you
Joe's bugging,
independent.
man.
Wouldn't it be crazy if I had Takeoff
Joe.
and the Migos waiting right there for him at the door?
No, but in that way, like if I buy it, this is what I've been
We
saying
should've set up
for
the
our 3 year
camera
debate.
over there.
How does that make him not independent?
Joe, that's
How?
accurate.
It's mad accurate
I'm done with Rory.
because we've
Let me
had this
talk to
debate for 3
Parks.
years.
Yeah, talk to me.
Yes, Parks, it is accurate.
Right.
Chance, please don't interrupt. So now help me walk through this.
Okay.
Maul's an artist. Maul got some tick.
He's popping.
Calls up Apple.
Pause.
Sure.
Tell me how it goes.
Is he popping?
He's got some tick. I said he's got tick.
They'll put him on the front page.
I don't understand where that doesn't make you independent.
Is that literal? I'm
Chance,
you buy a
Chance,
billboard in
Chance.
Times Square, don't make you
figure out
not
what he
independent.
does.
Rory, I don't
believe about
need
it.
you to continue to co-sign everything he says. Chance, that is not true. Artists with tick can't just call Apple, say, this is what I want, and then that's what's happening.
No.
Your coloring book stayed there for 9 months. Because you have it.
9 months where? That's what you got to understand is you don't tell them exactly what you need. You could ask them for shit and they'll give you a counter offer. But there's a million different places that they could put you. I just put out 4 tracks around the same time as a bunch of people dropping shit that I didn't call them for until 2 weeks before.
When you were defining...
And they could only put me, hold on 1 second. They could only put me in hot tracks. But they have a million different things they'll offer you. They'll say, we'll put you in A-list hip-hop. They'll say, we'll put you in hot tracks. They'll say, we'll put you on the front page. We'll give you a slide. We'll put you on the browse page. There's literally a million different things that they could offer you.
So I want to get back to your definition of independent, where you said, me and my in-house team.
Yeah.
So when
because I didn't have to have somebody from Def Jam call anybody up. I didn't have to have I had the niggas that I pay.
You called your partner
who
has a community of 900 billion people and said, this is what I need.
Well, check this out. Here, check this out.
So
check this out.
Wait, let me talk. So I say it's misleading, Chance, because there's some kids out there that need to know what independent really means.
And I will tell them right now.
There's some kids out there that...
I'm going to tell them right now. Independence means with an in-house team, you own your own masters, you own your publishing, you do all your own distribution. All I want is for kids to grow up and not understand they need that crutch. What you're doing...
That's why I can't argue
what you're
with you,
doing,
because
listen, Joe,
that's correct.
What you're doing is trying to nitpick because you feel like I'm trying to wear it as some badge of something that is like...
That's what you did.
Exclamatory of,
that's what you did.
Who I am. Well, it
you
is
did that.
Well, it is because I'm very specific. I'm the first nigga to do this successfully. So I have to show a bunch of kids that they could do that shit. You trying to tell them that they can't do that shit is counterproductive, and you're feeding kids into the system.
Tell me what I said kids can't do.
You are trying to tell them that I'm not independent. You're trying to tell them that they can't even call Apple. You can call Apple. Matter of fact, it's niggas that think they can't even get their shit on iTunes. My album wasn't sent in an email to Apple. I still had to use TuneCore. I implore you to use TuneCore. I implore you to use different distribution softwares and get your shit everywhere.
Damn,
and nobody has to take any money from you. How much percentage do you think Apple got from my coloring book songs?
No idea.
Right. It ain't no percentage. I pay into it, just like everybody else that uses TuneCore. So I'm saying I basically use the platform.
I also don't think you're about to tell me the splits either.
No, well, I thought that I was being cool. I thought I was being cool, and it may have seemed needy or like I needed to explain too much. But a long time ago, I told people what it was. I had already had coloring book made. I didn't have Apple pay for my coloring book for my shit to get made. I didn't have them call up any artists to get on my shit. I had a project ready. They actually, let me give you a little bit even more foresight into it. The whole Drake Apple deal, which I feel like is closer to what you think my shit is, was offered to me first. Drake had a deal maybe with Apple for a long time where he was their main artist. And he put up a couple projects on it for exclusive. And they gave him way more money than they gave me. But I get it. Drake's a way bigger artist than me. They offered me a long time ago to do 2 projects with them. And it would have been Surf and Coloring Book. But they wanted a solo Chance project. And I didn't have that at the time. I was working on Surf. Surf is a project I made with my band. And I'm not even really on all the tracks. So you can understand why they wouldn't want that or throw the money that they gave to Drake at that.
Got it.
So I made Surf. I still was able to convince them to put it up for free in their store, which is the first time they ever did this. This was before Apple Music came. But they told me in the meetings, there's something that we're gonna drop that's gonna be crazy. It's gonna take the old iTunes library, it's gonna put that shit in the trash. Like, this is the new thing. And it was Apple Music. I didn't know about that shit at the time. I finished Coloring Book.
Right on time. Huh?
No, it was too late. Because if it was on time, I would have got 20 million. But it was off time. So I got 500,000. And the 500,000 was in the midst of what they called the streaming wars. So all these different platforms were fighting to put content on their website for a certain number of weeks first. So Frank had did something like that. All the title artists had did stuff like that. Spotify started doing it. And they were doing these exclusive 2 weeks time where the only people logging those streaming hours and money were coming directly to their platform.
Do you think that helps, not to cut you off, do you think that helps or hinders an artist?
I think it helps an artist, but they have a truce going on right now where there's no streaming exclusive places anymore. So basically, they wanted to do a 2 weeks exclusive, which they did with a bunch of artists, with me being probably the best person that you could do it with, because my shit hadn't been on Tidal up to that date. My shit hadn't been on Spotify or Apple Music up to that date. So they came to me, they said, here's some money, which I used for advertising, and we'll put you in a commercial, in 2 commercials during the NBA Finals. And that was what it was. Now, if I will say, if you're an artist who's still independent right now,
and tell Spotify we need to be in the NBA Finals.
If you're an artist, if you're a young artist and you're watching it, hold on. If you're a young artist and you're watching this, and you believe that in order for you to keep your independence, and that's something that you hold dearly, which I think you should, that you should not do any exclusives with any streaming platforms, even if it's only 2 weeks, I say do that for sure. But I would say the most important things, whether you do a streaming exclusive thing or not, is keeping your masters and your publishing, because those are the type of things, that's your IP, your intellectual property, that when you die, your kids and your wife will have. And that shit is, it can't even be appraised. Like, that shit is limitless in terms of the money that it can make. Your imagery, all that stuff gets signed away in 360 deals, and you don't even know that. You think you're signing for an album or something. You're signing away your likeness. You're signing away your merch opportunities. You're signing away so many different things.
Yes.
So
forever.
So if you think that I'm not independent because Apple, and I will say you're right. Apple has a huge community of people that they're putting their music out to, but I personally believe, and you could believe me or not, that my shit wouldn't have debuted at number 8 if I hadn't done that. My shit would have been number 1. There was only one place you could get my shit from. If you know my numbers, I've done crazy numbers on live mixtapes and Dat Piff. I've done crazy numbers on SoundCloud. Imagine if Coloring Book had came out and it was on Spotify and on Tidal and on Apple Music and on SoundCloud the first day it dropped. I got rid of numbers and money that I could have got to do that. But I was thinking a way a lot of us think, which is I need 500K. And I did it. But also what it did help me out with, and I would have never done this, so let me be another one to point up to Jesus, who I rock with the long way.
I'm a point too.
I rock with Jesus the long way.
You better point him. Point up, nigga.
Pointing, my bad.
Come on, Erickson. What's up with you, man?
If you know him, if you know his name,
that nigga texts God, man.
If you know his name, shout him out. Hey, if I
Look to your neighbor to your left.
If I hadn't have done it, I wouldn't have won any Grammys. And I say this because months later, after I dropped my project, it came out that now streaming only albums will be accepted. But here's the ticker. Only albums that have been on a streaming platform that's been verified by the Academy for over 1 year will be acceptable. So Spotify, which didn't get its verification until way later, wasn't on that list. So if I had, maybe if I hadn't done it, so all right, so there's an alternate reality where I did all the platforms, so I would still be eligible. But if I had just did it with SoundCloud, who I was in contact with, again, I'm a nigga that's on my phone. It ain't nobody else making calls. It's me or it's Pat or it's Colin.
You have a twin brother. Stop it.
But I'm saying,
the fuck is he talking about?
No, my brother does look just like me. But I'm saying I made calls to Spotify, not Spotify, to SoundCloud and said, y'all haven't done this yet. Y'all need to join the streaming war. Y'all need to get in on this. These niggas are offering me 500K. I know y'all can give me 1.5, and then I could be where I started. Fuck with me. And they said, we don't have the money for you. I'm sorry, Spotify. Well, it doesn't really matter because Alex isn't even running that shit anymore. It's somebody else now. So, but all I'm saying is,
hey, next project, come call me, man.
I will call you about this Spotify shit, yo.
Hey, like if you want to rap right now,
I'm gonna get you your money.
But nobody's
from Spotify.
actually trying to do that. I was trying to do that with my 4 tracks. I called everybody. Nobody's trying to do the exclusive shit right now because they have a truce going on. Yeah. Where they're not trying to do streaming exclusives because they felt like it was fucking up the market.
Man, call me. We gonna get a Spotify exclusive.
Gonna bring the war back.
And we the throne.
We the throne. Joe and Chance. That's a wild throne album.
We the throne. No.
Oh man.
Fine. Forget it. All right. Well, that shit is really interesting.
So I want just to take a second to take it off of me, because I could be whatever it is. I'm not interested in being an idea or a spirit or anything that's here after I've left. I'm trying to go to heaven. Don't make no holograms of me. Don't try and use me as some type of martyr to lead any movement. I'm just me, and I say what I say when I'm saying it. I don't have to be the independent anything. I know that I am because that's how niggas have painted me and that's how I've been trying to paint myself. But if you don't make it about me, I believe that artists should be able to do whatever they want to do.
Exactly.
But I think you should keep your publishing and you should keep your masters. At the end of the day, you should keep those things because those will be very valuable to your kids and to your wife. But if you want to do a Sprite commercial, because Sprite is huge. Sprite is huge. Sprite will get you a lot of fans. And Sprite will pay you some money too to be in those commercials.
Cultures.
If they offer that to you and they're trying to get to the culture, just know I'ma still think you're independent, yo. I'm gonna be there right with you. I'm in your corner.
Chance, no, I agree with what you're saying, and I guess that was the realization for me. After a while, it was like, yo, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, if he's independent, if he's not independent, he's preaching the good word. So I can't knock down a nigga for preaching independence when that's all I've ever preached. I can't get more niggas preaching the right shit with more light and more platform to reach, and then do that. So I stopped. Right? Y'all was there.
Yeah, you stopped after a while.
Yeah, I stopped.
But then you came
You
back
had a
to
hard
it.
stance at
Yeah,
first.
it was
though.
a year. It took like a year.
It wasn't
I'm
a
glad
quick
that you
stop.
said it because that's someone that I can respond to. I can't respond to everybody on the internet. Like
Right.
it shouldn't be about me. And so like I gotta take shit in stride. If niggas gonna call me an industry plant, that's cool. I feel like
Who has called you
Oh,
an
yeah, I'm about to
industry?
say.
that's what I'm talking about. I'm
Chance.
talking about y'all can't see it because it's on the internet.
Yeah,
Niggas is
no.
tweeting it directly
Well, we
to
on the
me.
internet
No.
too.
But they don't got a lot of followers, so I'm the only one seeing it.
Ah,
And they're
got it.
sending followers.
Got it,
But
got it.
I'm saying that shit, I'm reading that shit, I'm hurt as hell. I'm like, man, I'm about to write up a dissertation on why I'm not. But it's like, I can't really do that. So you giving me the platform to explain that and also to talk to people that, like, that's like a thing in our head is like getting discovered or getting put on is like a thing that we look for so much validation.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's literally the handcuffs on you. And if they're willing to give you that bag,
Yep.
like just know it's an investment. They can already see the bag that they're going to get beyond that shit.
Right.
For sure.
So I want motherfuckers to realize that shit and not be in the system because that shit weak as hell.
Do you think industry plants are a real thing?
I do. That term came up when I was like in 2012 with people that I knew that I fuck with, and I don't think they did anything wrong. But what would happen was a label would sign you, and they would say, "We're not gonna do a press release about this shit. We're not gonna let you say it on Twitter. We're gonna put you in the studio and have you making records for a long time, and we'll figure out the whole album, and then we'll do a press release, and then the album will come." Or we'll put out the project as just a mixtape. And then we'll do the press release. And that'll allow you to have your fans because there's been a negative light around labels for a long time, especially after that bidding war shit started.
How do we get rid of all of them? Don't they all need to just disintegrate?
They're government factions. They pay a tax to the government. They're government owned. It's not like they are their own private businesses. So there is no getting rid of them. There's just niggas being like, I don't need it.
Niggas.
It's just niggas got to be like, I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't need it.
Right.
And I'm good. And like that, and like, you know, I'm willing to like be putting out projects with Jeremiah that motherfuckers don't clear and just end up on SoundCloud for the rest of my life. I'll do that shit if that's what it ends up being.
Well, that's because you and your whole family is rich.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, yeah.
I put.
Some luxury there, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just know when I get money, everybody eats. So ever since I first started making money,
This guy, man.
ever
He's
since I
reeling me
first
in.
started making money, my mom ain't been worried about shit.
Hold
My
up,
dad
because
ain't
I
been worried
can't hear
about
that
shit.
from you. Hey, y'all eating?
And we not just talking about the dip and then all that.
Hold
yeah.
up, man. Fucking big guy ain't saying nothing over there, man.
Nah, I ain't eating.
Flex on
He
him.
pulling out mad cash out his clout bag right now.
Hey, talk about it, King.
We good. But that's the thing. Like, I'm also making opportunities for hella people that all didn't necessarily come from the industry. You know what I mean? These people are not, you know what I'm saying, all desk workers and shit like that. These are people that just love music, that are my best friends, that are heavies now. You know the name Colleen Mayers. Motherfuckers know Reese them. Like we could, like, you know, if somebody's calling you on the phone, you better answer. And that's my team. And I think everybody's team could be like that. If we make our own industry and everybody has their group, like, I don't think that, I personally don't believe the platforms are an enemy of the people at all. I don't believe that, like, these new modes of listening to music are an enemy. It's just bad when the labels are all invested in it and it becomes their shit. Same thing with, like, if I came out in the 60s, I wouldn't be like,
You would have
fuck
that
I wouldn't be
mustache.
like fuck disc makers or fuck the, you know, vinyl plant. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the labels cornered the industry cornered the market on vinyl presses. So to get a record made, you literally needed a record deal.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they also invested in the streaming platforms as well.
Yeah,
All the majors did.
definitely in Spotify.
So it's the same thing.
But the difference is,
Man,
Apple's
watch your
not
mouth
made.
about Spotify. Watch your mouth.
I'm saying it's known. That's knowledge.
but it's still just
also,
just
but
be
I'll give
careful.
a big up. I'll give a big up to Spotify because
Finally, some big ups. Thanks.
Right.
big ups to Spotify because they were the first major streaming platform to add the upload button. So now if I'm in my room and I'm
Talk about it, King.
wondering about that shit, like, should I sign to a label? I could put my shit on Spotify today.
Right.
Yeah.
That changes everything.
And they
That's
show
change.
and they show the numbers, which shows your worth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't give all the metrics. They don't
Well,
give all the
they
metrics.
should.
Way more than any
They'll
other
give
streaming
metrics.
platform.
I don't want to speak on it for the independent artists for the uploads because I don't know how that works yet. It's brand new. I'm talking about, but for labels, it's actually like, I know it's against policy. It might be against the law for somebody that's signed to see their actual metrics. That should get sent to the label so they can know who's clicking this song and playing it a million times and their email address and ways to send them promotions and shit like that. And they sell that information. But they don't give that information to me. If I'm signed to Atlantic, I can't see who's clicking on my shit, even though I might want to send them t-shirts. I might want to send them some fan appreciation shit.
Right.
They don't get that shit. So I'm like saying that they bogus again. I'm really just saying I fuck with Spotify. Good job on that.
Some big
Real
ups.
talk. I'm gonna say it, yo. I was talking to Jay-Z, Joe. I'm gonna say it, yo. I was talking to Jay-Z like 2 months ago, a month ago. No, it was like 2 months ago. I was like, yo, here's how you beat him, Joe. Get that upload button. He was like, yeah, we're gonna work on that. Too late.
It's not too late.
No, they should definitely
Well, no,
do it too.
You can still do it.
But
Spotify's
they
going to
was
make
like-
that the standard.
Right.
Yeah.
That's going to become the standard.
Was that the end of his response to that?
In real life, the first thing he said is, "We got that on the platform," and I was like, "Nigga, no, you don't." But then he was like, "Oh, we're gonna work on that," and they probably will do that shit. I hope they do.
I'm
Like,
sure
I think-
someone has thought about that in that circle.
understand.
I have a
issue,
theory about Hove.
Let's hear it.
Watch your mouth.
I was going to say, be careful here. 'Cause there's cameras
y'all
rolling.
know how I feel about Hove. Like, okay. I feel like Puff is Puff because he keeps so many young people around him. Right? And I feel like if Hove did that, he would probably take over the universe. Because then these conversations like Chance was trying to have with him, he would have in his daily rotation. And what he could do with that information is limitless.
I feel like Hove definitely rocks with. He had me backstage talking to him, like before he was about to get on the stage. Like he was with his wife, talking to me about shit that he probably wasn't thinking about. Like he's not thinking about how to optimize title while he's about to get on stage. Like that's the reason why. Like I feel like he probably the first time he was like, "Yeah, we got that," because he probably wasn't really
His mind
trying to
was-
hear what the
yeah.
fuck I was trying to say. Like I'd be talking about shit that don't matter at the wrong time. and shit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If I was next to Beyonce, I would want Chance
Don't
to
talk
get the
about
fuck away from me.
optimizing, dude.
Yeah. So I don't. And I
Yo,
don't
y'all
mean-
say I had an upload button.
Watch out, my
Like,
dude.
no, you see what I'm
Yeah.
doing over
Yeah,
here.
fam, I'm in my bag over here. You gotta
I'm
go.
on.
You gotta go
That's what I'm
chance
But
somewhere
no,
else.
I agree with you with the younger thing, but Hove pays attention much more than I think people notice as far as like living on the internet and what's going on.
That's very different from what I'm saying. Paying attention and having young people around you constantly are two different things.
I know, but I think they go a bit hand in hand. I think
No,
he
they
does
don't.
have young people around him because he pays attention to the internet so much.
Who's young around Hove?
He's not going to tell y'all
But
that.
it's you.
To be honest, I'm not trying to have a bunch of young niggas around me when I'm grown. I'm already getting
A
to be
billionaire.
like an old nigga, getting to be a billionaire. I wish that all the rappers had to walk around with their actual bank account above their head because there's too much.
Talk about it.
Too much fucked
Talk
up
about
perception
it,
about how
King.
much money we got.
Talk about it, King.
Niggas don't got money like that.
I've
yo.
been screaming it forever, but because I'm
But
broke,
I mean,
niggas don't care.
Literally everybody, other than like Hove and Diddy and maybe Drake.
And that's it. The rest of y'all are broke. Yes.
But-
Finally, someone to listen
Let's
to.
put broke in
But broke
perspective.
by whose
'cause
standards,
there's a
though?
lot of-
Yeah.
there's a
broke
lot
by
of
whose
different-
standards?
Man, them niggas is broke.
Nah, by whose standards though?
By theirs.
Nah, yeah, well,
You got to think about it
yeah.
in layers, yo, because even the richest niggas in hip hop, they not touching the richest niggas that's just white.
Right.
So I'm saying like it's different layers to that shit, but we because of like how the culture is set up. I say that shit like a bank account or like
But
the
that's
system.
the way that it should be said because it's set up and designed.
Yeah, it's designed for us to feel like we gotta have like hella cars or money that's like, you know, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, liquid cash. Like I
you can touch.
even when I talk about how I'm like financially sound because I don't have credit and shit like that shit's. I don't know if that's even really smart. Like I don't know. I'm living based off of like the insecurity that I don't really know how money works. So it works best when it's right in front of me and it's not like being invested somehow. So when we look on Instagram and niggas is doing like spread challenges and shit with the cash, it's like,
Did I see?
oh,
Did I see Chance do the money phone at all?
I haven't done a money phone, but I've probably done a money phone at the strip club and shit. Like that's the thing.
You go
like,
to strip clubs?
I just stopped.
What the hell?
I just decided the last time I went to the strip club, it was gonna be my last time at the strip club because I'm about to get married also. But like,
Wait, time out. No.
No, but then you have your bachelor
I think that's the
party.
time you go is
not
after
your
you're
bachelor
married.
party, but
Let's
you know.
not just skip over Chance in the strip club. This is a great topic.
ask about me in Atlanta, yo.
They know you down
about
there.
me.
They know you down there.
Chance.
Ask about me.
More. We can ask about
Like I
anybody in
said,
Atlanta.
it's layers to this money shit.
I wanna
I'm
know-
not saying I'm broke.
But do they
I'm
know
just
you
saying I
down
don't
there,
got
though?
money like
Wait,
that.
you was in the back room down there? You went to the back room. Come on.
No, I'm at. Here's
I
my favorite
did.
spot. My favorite spot is Onyx.
Hey.
What about Follies?
Hey.
I've actually never been inside Follies, Joe.
See.
Never once. I've been to Atlanta.
All right, but hold on.
probably
Let
50
me
times.
let me
Never
ask you
been
something
inside
though.
Follies.
When
Follies
you go
has
to
great
when you
food.
go to the strip club, do you wear the 3 hat? Because if you had my hat on and you walked in Follies, I wouldn't know you was Chance.
Cause
Yeah.
y'all,
Because you look like every nigga in Atlanta.
only one nigga got that
Yo.
mustache.
Yo,
It's
With the
him and
3
his
hat.
brother.
let me tell you a straight up fact, yo. I was just telling y'all about the Matrix, right? And this theory that Neo's not the one. He's not the one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Agent Smith is. My theory is that I'm not actually the one. Everybody's fucking with me, and the whole story and the narrative is like pointed towards me being the one that you should look at when we walk in as a group. But really, the one is my daughter. And she finna fuck this shit up. Like, go crazy.
Yo, you see how
So-
quick he got us off the strip club shit?
Oh, no,
He's good.
I'm
This
still
guy-
on it.
That guy's
though.
good, man.
I'm
He's
still,
a king.
I'm still on
He's
it.
a king.
I'm still on it. It's things that got to be put in place for her to achieve the greatness that she will. And one of them is her having a financially sound background. So this hat been paid for college, been paid for braces, been paid for ballet classes, been paid for debate classes.
How much
been
merch
paid
money
for
you
swim
making, man?
lessons.
Come on, give it up.
I made $6 million in 1 year off these hats, yo. Yeah.
Then
I'm buying these hats.
Then why did I
close
pay
to
for the
$3?
Joe's been wearing a Scully for 15 years and they made $1 off it.
Word.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, now I see why when we're on album 7, we're still gonna have the 3
That's
hat
not,
on. I get it.
but just check, yo. I'm buying these hats at like $650.
Wait, these kids want the 3? I got some
$650.
3 jeans coming.
$650.
I got
it's
some
just
5
in the
hats.
hat. It's strategic, and I think anybody could do that shit though. I think
No, they
anybody.
can't,
can't.
Chance.
They can't.
You gotta stop trying to uplift people. Everybody can't do this. Everybody can't do the shit that you're saying. Everybody can't call Apple and say, "Hey, put my album
Some
right
people
there."
are
and leave it till
losers,
next
is
year.
what you saying?
Yeah, everybody.
Literally, who do you think can't call? Who do you think can't call Apple and say put my shit on?
They put me on hold anytime
I'm
my
talking
iPhone
about
fuck
niggas
up.
with some tick,
If
yo.
Smiles in South Star,
If you don't have
Oh,
no
relax,
tick, why are
relax,
you even trying to call Apple?
Relax.
Smiles and South
if
Star.
I call Apple right now, this is like, "Hey, Joe,
You don't have any tick, Joe. But
I
that's
want
actually,
tick.
But
How do we get
the tick?
actually, I just done it in real life. If you had a track right now and you call Apple, they'll put that shit on front page right
First
now.
of all, Spotify to the death or until the contract is
Spotify-
I
up.
was about to say.
I feel you.
Until we renegotiate.
They would love that shit, yo. They would love that shit. Title.
I don't think they
anybody.
would, Chance.
Bro.
That opens, let's talk about it. That opens the door for an influx of artists. The streaming companies don't want all the artists calling them, I would assume.
It's not one person, yo.
Or their team.
I'm saying like, or you're saying Apple's team? You know how big Apple's team is? They made the laptop that we're using.
First
made
of all,
the phone
no,
that
they
he's
didn't.
using.
No, they didn't.
Is it? Yes,
this is
they
not
did.
an Apple computer. This is a Spotify computer. This nigga does not understand basic fucking
Spotify phone. These are Spotify microphones.
phone.
Microphones to
Spotify
Spotify.
book.
Yeah, man.
Look,
you trying to get me to lose my deal.
I feel like you just gotta understand, yo.
No, I get what you're
Apple,
saying.
Apple.
Spotify.
Apple.
But we
No,
can
I'm
add
just- I'm just
Beetlejuice
joking.
debate.
I'm not trying to make you guys lose the shit.
Oh, well, shut up then.
I'm just saying.
They
like,
gave you $500K, not us.
It's not a little. It's not a little team. It's not a little like building. It's
Fam,
like
I'm
a
still
thing,
I'm
yo.
still looking for Instagram's phone number. Chance telling us we could call Apple.
Call Facebook, yo.
Huh?
Facebook owns Instagram.
How do I
You go to-
call
you go to-
Facebook, Chance?
If you go to the Facebook headquarters, you're gonna be in the Instagram
Fam,
headquarters.
I am Joe Budden. I'm not invited to the Facebook headquarters.
Stop saying that, yo. You are the main nigga that niggas listen to, yo.
Yeah, but I'm not going to Facebook headquarters.
But I'm
I
saying
ain't
you don't
been to
have to.
Spotify's headquarters.
You don't have to go to the Facebook headquarters. I'm just saying, like, we can't. I know that we speak and joke and jest, but like, it's so many niggas that literally are hanging on to your words. You can call. You can actually call niggas, yo.
Well, give me the number.
I could give you.
Look, now he's playing with his ear now.
Now niggas start scratching
Now
their
he's playing
head.
with his ears
somebody.
now.
Yeah,
Three
yeah, yeah.
numbers, yo. What's crazy is the nigga that I called that I had sit across from me to get my Apple deal was the nigga that set this up and set up Rap Caviar.
I have no idea who set this up.
Carl Cherry. You know
Hey,
who
Carl. I love Carl.
So Carl
hey, shout out to
Cherry,
Carl.
You still work at Apple.
Fam,
It's the same thing.
Would you stop saying a fucking A-word on this?
I'm not trying to lose your sponsorship.
No,
I'm
we
just
know
saying-
Carl used to work over there.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, like, the same way in the music industry with these labels and shit, like, you could sign to somebody's label that they got under Epic, that's under Sony, that's under, you know? You could sign to somebody's label, and then that person departs and goes to Universal. But that person departs and they go to Warner Brothers.
Yeah, that's how my career
Happens
got
very
fucked.
often.
I didn't know that, but I didn't know that. I wasn't even
Musical
trying to figure
chairs
out
with all the
shit
labels.
Like that. I'm saying, like, that shit happens to people. So it's like, if you understand how the machine works and how all these people that work for the machine just in a different capacity than you, like, they don't sign to the label. But if they get you signed to the label, they get a bonus. Like, they'll leave the label. So their fluidity that they work in with this company should be the same fluidity that you work in with it. And that's how I work. I have to have a relationship with Def Jam because I work with artists that are going to be signed to Def Jam or signed to Atlantic or signed to a different label. Like, if niggas work there, I'm gonna have to like be cool with them.
Which label gives you the most hassle with clearances?
Def Jam.
Universal. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody knows that though.
They
And I
kill
don't
us
think
with
they're
everything,
ashamed of
too.
it, yo.
I don't think they are.
And I
either.
don't think that it's their. I don't think it's their.
When you own 80% of the marketplace.
I don't think it's their like the actual heads of it. I think it's like their legal department. Everybody's trying to keep their jobs and make money. They don't want some conversation being brought up way later to Lucian Grange or somebody where they say, "What? You gave who? What? You let Chance the Rapper drop a project, a Christmas album for sale with one of our artists, and it's number what? And he's not giving us any of the net receipts? He's not giving us any royalties? They don't. So everybody's looking out for that conversation to happen and make sure that it's not their name getting brought up for giving somebody something. So I was just saying all that shit. I got lost. I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Oh no, but man, you're killing that shit.
No, you're doing great. But I want to get back to that Kanye thing you said
Get
about
him,
him being
Maul.
the greatest musical living legend.
Yeah, come on, Mom. Get that nigga.
Do you really feel that way about him? Like he's the
Well, he already
greatest
told us he
living
felt that way.
legend?
Did you guys listen to the College Dropout?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
of course.
I think I stumbled upon it at one point.
Okay.
Yes,
Did y'all
Chance.
listen to Late Registration?
Wait. I want him to keep going. Yes, we did.
Okay.
Oh, you finished?
I'm done.
That's where you stop.
Is it my
That's
turn?
where it is for you.
Is it my
That's
turn?
where it ends for me.
Is it my turn?
You keep going. Keep saying albums.
Have you listened to Yeezus?
I've listened to it, yes. Or you're saying ones that you don't like now.
Have you listened to? I feel like he's been on the decline for a while, and
The
I feel
first
like
album that
I feel
I didn't
like
like
you
from
clearly
Kanye
know
West.
that too because
Yeah.
you went to College Dropout and Late Registration,
Yeah.
and you clearly know that because you were in your head somewhere in Chicago saying, "Damn, that nigga's fucked up. I got to save his whole sound." Like you said that.
Yeah. You're right. Look, man.
No, I'm looking.
How did you?
I prefaced
And
it
if I
earlier the
take
same
your
way.
verse off of Life of Pablo, like,
I'm good.
yeah, like, come on, Chance, give it up. Like, part of brotherhood is being able to keep it a buck with your family, with your kinfolk. No,
I keep it a thou wow at all times.
What did you
I'm
tell
just
about Ye
not
then?
Ye. I can't make
I'm going
Ye
to
do
Chicago
nothing,
to
yo.
learn some of this slang.
Come through, yo.
Did you
I'm
like
saying
Ye?
Huh?
Did you like Ye?
Did I like Ye? I did a little bit. I didn't have a lot to do with Ye. So with Ye,
No.
it was a
I'm
different
asking if
process.
you just like it.
He said no. he said
He
I
said
didn't
no
have
without.
anything to do
He
with
said
that.
he said no without saying no.
It was
Yeah.
a weird. So here's it from Chance's perspective. I had never met Ye for a long time. I was the biggest Kanye fan, and I could say that 10 Day and Acid Rap were very noticeably inspired by
Influenced,
Kanye.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Kanye never hit me up though.
Of
Kanye
course
never.
not. He didn't need you then.
Never right.
He didn't have a phone.
At the time, he
True.
hit
That
up
was the
Chief
email era.
Keef, and he did Don't Like.
Yeah,
And
just-
for the city, that was a
that
whole
was
lot of
crazy.
love and
Yeah.
a whole lot of love for Keith.
Yeah.
But a whole lot of people asking me, why you think Ye didn't fuck with you?
That's
So
not fair,
I had-
though.
That is fair.
I'm sure that was happening, but I don't think that's fair.
It's not fair for me to have to hear that shit. I agree.
Yeah, but at that point,
we
It's
can
not
tell me
fair
to
for
hear.
niggas
at
to
that
have
point,
to
Chief
ask you
Keef
that.
was at like the
I'm
top.
saying-
He had changed everything at that point.
I think I'm also just kind of giving a little bit of perspective as to how any artist I think would feel who's inspired by him.
Got it.
That feels like once they meet him, if they work with him in any capacity or he hears of them, that they want a relationship. And I think that's what
Right.
Drake wanted too.
Okay.
I think,
Of course.
I think that's what all of us want. Anybody that's like closer
I want
to my
nothing
age.
to do. Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Closer to my age, under 40. Well, I don't know how
I'm
old
not
you are,
40.
actually.
Chance, what's up with you, man? I'm not 40 yet. man.
35, under 35.
Thank you.
Anybody that's under 35, that's how niggas is feeling. So I felt that way. And I really, really wanted to meet Ye. And then I finally met him after a festival that I opened up for him. I played a few of them. And then one of them, I actually got to meet him. And then he invited me to the crib when he started working on Life of Pablo. This is after Yeezus came out. And I told him from the first day that I met him that I wanted to work on Good Ass Job. Good Ass Job was the title that his fourth album was supposed to be when he made 808s and Heartbreak. So I told him what I wanted to do, told him I wanted to do a collaborative project. He said yes. This is back in like 2015. From that point, he invited me back out to work on Life of Pablo. When I came to Life of Pablo, it was a very dark album. There were a lot of things that were getting removed from it that felt like light pieces to me. I was already working on Coloring Book. I had already known what I was on. I was listening to a lot of gospel. I was listening to a lot of just the shit that built me into making Coloring Book. I brought that into the space when he was making Pablo, and that's how Ultralight Beam came to be. And any song that I have writing
Yeah,
credits
you
on of the
saved
5
his
songs,
ass.
you could feel that.
No, you fucking right.
Yeah, before Coloring Book came
And we
out.
didn't feel
Yes.
the shit without your name on it.
But after that project dropped, I made Coloring Book and I had my successes, and then I got back with my girl, and my life has been what it's been since then. It's been great for me, but it hasn't been, I guess, super musically productive, I guess, for other people. Other than if you actually listen to the Christmas Project, which you probably still listen to if you listen to it.
I didn't listen to that Christmas album. I'm not buying a Christmas album.
Tell him about the Christmas album.
It's a good project.
It's a good project
you put
outside
one out,
of Christmas.
Dipset put out Dipset Christmas.
Don't compare my shit. Don't compare my shit to Diplomats.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of Jeremiah. No, you would like
Christmas.
Don't compare my shit to Diplomats. Don't compare my shit to nobody else's shit. Because if you heard my shit, you still listening to my shit right now. Anyways, I dropped these projects. Ye does what he does, and then we get to Ye, and he invited me out. I'm guessing this is around the time of like what's brewing around the Pusha T stuff. I don't guess. I was there. Got it. I stayed with them.
Oh, so you were one of the rappers that was in the studio that Drake is talking about?
No, sir. Not at all. I came after they left. Ye invited me out.
Got it.
And I brought my family and we worked on some tracks. None of the verses that I wrote or anything that I had influence on was on the album.
We can tell.
And I think like you have to understand my perspective of the music is going to be how it affects me and how it affected me or the artist affected me before. So I have a weird understanding of Ye because I stayed there for 2 weeks, and then when I left, nothing that I had put forth for the album. I didn't have any verses for me rapping myself, but stuff that I helped working with Ye on. You know what I mean? Like verses and stuff weren't on there. It was different verses that he spit, right? So I have a weird relationship with it because it just came out of nowhere kind of for me.
But that's kind of sort of what Drake was, the situation with him.
I agree.
He was working on some music with Ye, and then he left, went back to LA, and when he came back, it was like just a room full of like good music artists, and he said everybody was dropping an album in June.
Yeah. That was the kind of space that it was. And so now that all that's done, I'm in Chicago. I had talked to Ye when I was in Wyoming about making this project happen. And he was like, yeah, we'll do a project together. He came to Chicago, and on like his third day, he told me way before he made the announcement, like weeks before, he was like, I'm never leaving. And before that also, he hadn't really posted a lot of shit about him being in Chicago, so it was very secret. And as the attention started to grow around it, it kind of made me realize that Good Ass Job was more of a later thing, that he's still working on himself and on Yandi and shit like that.
I'm going to keep it a buck with you, Chance. By the time Kanye get around to Good Ass Job, will it be worth it still?
I don't know.
So we're going to invite you back on to ask you if you fucking with your album.
Welcome back to the Joe Budden Podcast, episode 184. We are still here. The line is around the corner. The women are coming, y'all.
It's still early.
It's still early. Still early.
It's still early in here.
Definitely still early.
Make sure to tip your bartenders.
All right, damn, man. You just made me sad.
It's real life, yo. Here's the thing, yo. I gotta be focused, yo. I'm about to get married to the woman of my dreams. I am making dope ass raps. I'm still very good at rapping. I don't know.
Oh, I answered the question. Fuck. I'm sorry to cut you off. I answered the question.
What was the question?
What lyricist I would like to maybe see you with that you haven't been with or whatever? Sahai.
Sahai?
Sahai.
Oh, Sahai the Prince. Yeah, I'm down.
I know you say that. See, and that's
I've been with Sahai for the past 3 weeks.
I was just in Central Park with Sahai.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm so sick of this guy.
Them niggas all are in Chicago. Like, any nigga that you could think of that's good music, they in Chicago using my studio. Every day. That's the thing. Like, I don't live in the public eye, so niggas don't know what's going on in my life all the time. Well, them niggas are literally at my studio.
But that's my beef with you, Chance.
Dissing Joe.
The lyricists that, no. The lyricists, the lyricists that you work with, right? You named 2 Chainz, you named Wayne, you named, who else did you name?
J-Elect.
Oh, he named J-Elect to try to throw some of the backpack in there.
This is my last album. I was only naming people off my last shit.
Yeah, but these lyricists are the big ones. I mean, some of the small ones. So I go to Sai because he's such an amazing MC and he's right there in the camp. So it seemed like that would be an easy collaboration. And he's owed one of those 7-track albums.
Yeah.
He dissed me recently too.
So I dissed you?
Yeah. Everybody's dissing me lately, Chance.
I almost
If you-
dissed you, yo. I definitely almost had a
Wait,
diss track.
can we hear the bars?
Let me tell you when
Wait,
I was
are you
mad.
serious?
Tell us more.
No,
Tell us
no,
more.
let's-
let's diss him like I wrote a diss track, recorded it, and then didn't drop it.
but tell us your thoughts, though.
I mean, I dissed it. I
know a
almost
few
dissed him
bars.
like I was salty, and I was like,
But what did I do?
so it was a long time ago. It was when Everyday Struggle was still good. I was watching an episode.
Because that is important.
I was watching an episode, and it was after I did a Colbert late night performance. So I do these performances.
Oh, I remember.
I do these I do
With
these-
Daniel Caesar?
Oh, man.
I gotta give the
remember that.
audience. I gotta give the audience a scope because they don't all know always. I was doing like a performance. I do like performances on TV for songs that I don't know if I'm ready to record and release. So I did it with like this Muhammad Ali song. Did it with that song. I've done like a few songs that just their only release was on TV, and I think later people will be like, "That was really cool." Anyways,
That's some megastar shit to do.
I did. So I did one of them, and it was like a wellness check where I was explaining what I thought was going on in my life and in the world. It was called First World Problems. That's not really the real name. I didn't have a name. That's what the internet calls it.
This is about to be bad.
And God
dropped
forbid,
it. I
Joe
dropped-
Budden saw you enjoying yourself.
Joe Budden was like, Joe
you
Budden
happy.
was on Everyday Struggle. He was like, man, this nigga always talking about his kid and how happy he is with his wife. I don't like that shit. Where's the negativity? And I was like, damn, nigga. he said some shit. He said some shit about it being for the culture shit. And I was mad as hell. And so the next day I was there for 3 days because I had that. I had a day off and I had a show. The next day, my good friend Robin Neal, who works for ESPN, she's an awesome journalist. I've known her since I was in kindergarten. She did an interview. She needed an interview from me. And that's when I did my collar diss.
that's
the
when you
next
dissed
day.
me. I saw
It didn't
it.
come out till way later though. So you was like, man, why is this nigga dissing me? But I was mad as hell the next day. I was like, man, this nigga's a talk show host. And that's when I called you a talk show
You
host.
bodied that shit though. That was a great response. I love when certain niggas diss me. Like that was
It was,
cool.
I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't be so hurt about our art. Like some niggas just not gonna fuck with our shit. You know, that's just.
No,
Yeah.
it's
Artists
what
are-
you're talking about.
Artists are
He's mad at
sensitive.
positivity. Like that's what the problem was.
But wait, but you know what's funny? In your diss, I thought you were 100% right about what you said. Yo, he's on the show. He's got a job to do. I have a job to do. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely the angle I was coming at. I was like, I'm not. But if you could tell, I was mad about it because I brought.
Oh
it
no,
up.
I sensed the condescending
I was like,
diss.
man, I'm not even mad about this shit, but these bitch ass niggas, man.
No,
Can we
that-
smoke in here?
That I'm smoking
All right,
this cigarette. That's pretty funny. Damn, now I want to hear
Wow,
the
I just watched
Chance diss.
7 people
Fam,
open up cigarettes.
Yo, listen,
I was salty,
if
yo, because
Chance-
you gotta watch the video again though, because you do an impersonation of my voice. That's so funny, and it made me so fucking mad, yo. Because you actually started rapping a fake verse. Talk about, and I wake up in the morning. And my,
I remember
and
that.
my girlfriend
That's what
getting-
Joe does, though. He
pour
just
some cereal for
yeah.
my daughter.
Yeah,
I was like, man, fuck this nigga, Joe.
Chance. But wait, Chance. Fam, you started a, what's that positive ass challenge you started? Where everybody rap about love over this Monica beat. What was it?
The so far
I didn't
going.
start it, but I did make it popular.
Fam, this nigga's
The
been
So Far Gone
positive for
challenge.
too long is all I was saying.
But it's real though. It's real now.
It's
in
not-
talking to, now in talking
No,
to
of
him,
course
he's-
it's real.
Yeah, it's real now. Like I thought it was like you. I thought it was part of his just.
Yeah, I thought the
marketing.
nigga made tuna fish.
But
I ain't gonna lie.
let me also point out, I ain't never called myself positive because that positive shit, that's what gets you in trouble, y'all. Like niggas be trying to make their own morality and be like, this is positive, this is negative, and be trying to focus on energies and crystals and shit like that. I'm not into that shit. I'm into becoming Christ at some point and looking at myself as an image of Christ and trying to be better how he sees fit. So shit that I do a lot of times is a reflection of that. And then also some shit that I do is a completely far from that shit and terrible shit because I'm a human being. Like I'm a sin. Like that's what I was born to do. But I understand that, and I was humbled by him in times where I thought that I had it all figured out and I could do whatever the fuck I wanted to, especially after Acid Rap, Where, cause niggas think that I got my success after Coloring Book. I was eating after Acid Rap. I bought
No,
a big ass crib.
we're acid rap fans.
Yeah,
And
I got
Surf
money
fans.
off that shit. And
Surf
thank you
was
to
great.
anybody who.
But acid rap fans, I guess, could tell the distinction. Like,
yeah, I had a whole ass kid. I had like.
that'll do it.
I moved to LA and moved back since I made Acid Rap. Why do you think I moved back? Like,
How long were you in LA?
for 6 months. 6 months, I had a big ass mansion. I had a pool. I had a basketball court.
Did nothing for your own.
It had me being a Zan zombie, walking around doing nothing, not recording any raw ass music, like being a fucking
You ain't had a tick.
male slut. I'm sorry for even putting male on it because men can be sluts too.
you didn't
Being a
have
slut, yo, being a thought, yo. I was looking for anything that I could get anytime, and I could get it because I had money and I had fame, and so it took me being humbled. And I don't need to speak directly on what it is to be humbled because you'll know when you get humbled, when you get knocked
100%.
on your ass. To realize I needed to come back and focus on some other shit. And so I focused on some other shit. I had a baby. I got inspired. I made Coloring Book. I won the Grammys. Hooray. But that's not the end of my story. I definitely got way more shit to go. But
You fans just won't hear about it for a
Yeah.
few years.
it'll be important to my growth. And hopefully I could take that shit and give it to you in a way that'll be helpful to your growth. Maybe it won't be. But I gotta live for me and for my girl and for my daughter. I can't live for everybody else. That's what I was trying to do and what I failed at so terribly.
So, can I share a secret with you?
Yes.
This is a confidential conversation that I'm going to share with you. Because we don't normally take guests, right? So when you hit me, we all love you. So when you hit me, I hit the fellas, we were all great, right? Yesterday, as the date got nearer, me and Rory had some theories. And I felt like you were going to show up here with Kanye, and I would have to tell Kanye to get the fuck out of my interview because I don't want to talk to him.
What?
I thought this was a setup. I thought you were setting me up.
No.
Because I asked the
Felt
fellas,
like
I
one.
said, no, because my question to them, I said, hey, when does this Chance album come out?
Wait, did Ye ask to be on the show too?
No,
Not that we're aware of.
not to my knowledge, and I wouldn't take him on this show. But I was asking them last night, I said, yo, when does this Chance Ye shit?
I got a little ash cup.
Oh, I got a little ass stuff too. I'm good. When does this Chance Ye album come out? And they said, we don't know. I said, that's not weird to anybody.
Yeah.
You think Chance is just popping up to talk? I'm telling you,
And-
man, if Ye comes in fucking
And
the
Ye-
hotel room.
Ye just did the shit with Fader with the hat on and the Kaepernick shit, and he was doing his
I
little
knew
New
there was
York
no
press
chance
run.
of
I
that
saw him
happening.
this morning running through somewhere
I
in New
could
York.
spot when niggas be trying to be media darlings or when niggas is
Yeah.
trying to just pop up at every
I still
fucking-
don't have a publicist.
And we didn't
You
I
think
don't
still
need
have
one,
a
though.
press team.
Yeah, no,
But
you don't
don't
But I'm
need
saying
one.
I ain't never been on any show or anything that I was on for any reason other than I
wanted
wanted
to do
to
it.
be on
Wanted to
it.
just do it, yeah.
That was like a thing that bothered me for a long time was niggas was trying to like, and you could tell this bothers me a lot because I keep bringing it up, but niggas was trying to like sully my independence on some like, oh, how's this nigga doing SNL, this nigga's doing Jimmy Fallon, woo woo. But like, I grew up wanting to be on SNL. Like that's a very specific
A lot of
thing to
people
me.
do, yeah.
My
100%.
big cousin had a video cassette recording of MC Hammer on SNL. He was one of the first people to be the guest host and guest artist. That's been a dream of mine my whole life, and I still never.
What
got it.
song did he perform?
He
Do you
did
remember?
Too Legit, and he did the song from the Addams Family.
Got it. Oh, yeah,
Jeez.
I remember that.
But that's like that was something for me.
He looked so stupid during that Addams Family shit. Because I was like, why they got him up here now? Like, the Addams Family is what gets him to the white people?
But what I'm saying is it did. But,
Yeah.
But I wanted to be on this show because I keep saying like we, not even they, but we believe in you on some like what you be talking about. And a lot of times we could feel the heart in it. So we'd be like, what does Joe Budden have to say about this shit? And so
Even though we're going to diss him.
yeah, people gonna. But, I mean, people
You
diss
dissing
me,
everybody?
yo.
So
People diss Drake, yo.
I think
Drake is that nigga,
Who
yo.
dissed you?
Huh?
Who is this?
Nobody is this Chance.
You got to be a
diss me.
different type
Yeah,
of
Joe
idiot.
did.
Nobody is
Like,
dissing.
I mean,
People
you would have
diss
to be
me.
Joe
Oh,
to
you mean
diss
like a
Chance.
diss record?
Yeah.
I don't think I have anybody that
This
diss record.
interview, I don't.
Drake
you-
actually
you-
did say
you
my
might-
name on a track though. I'm the only person who.
I
who
remember
Drake
that.
ever
That
said
That
they
was the
name.
only time I thought
Let me-
Drake had like a really weak bar.
Let me take but it
At
might have
that
been a weak
time.
bar. But
I thought
also,
that was an alley oop.
how many niggas? It was. It definitely was. I'm sitting in this chair right
And
now.
if I would have took this shit for Chance, I'd have probably been Chance the Rapper. No offense, but I don't know that nigga.
who else?
I
who
felt
else
like there was
names did
something
he say,
else.
though?
That
There,
man, you
though.
was bubbling at the time.
AR-Ab.
Huh?
AR-Ab.
But he wasn't dissing.
Well, he was
AR.
dissing Meek and using AR Ab in the
I
midst
felt like
of it.
I was the only one that would have took that was interpreting that line as how it could be a diss. And when I was trying
Well,
to
I thought
talk
there was
about
something
it,
else
nobody
behind
would
it.
talk to me
We
about
had a
it.
meeting at the studio. Like, yo, Drake is dissing. Yo.
You should have had a fucking.
Yeah.
Me and Rory and Maul
Yeah.
had a meeting when he was dissing me.
Had to sit down.
Yeah, I went to lock in.
We had a lot of meetings.
Yeah.
All right, so it's good to know the Chance took that bar as a diss too, but didn't respond.
Did not respond.
Totally ignored it all over, everywhere.
I've had like. I'm not.
How
Damn,
does
man,
the
I don't
Chance
want to say
diss
this
sound?
time.
Like praying for niggas? Like,
Yeah, I'm not finna diss nobody on a record. Look,
It sounds like your
yo,
everyday struggle shit. That's what it sounds like.
you could be a better human than you exhibiting. Like, what? You like?
Fake
Don't
politician
use
then.
exhibiting in this record, my nigga.
You know, Chance used exhibiting in a diss record.
Exhibiting.
Well, I am one of probably the top one niggas rapping right now. When I rap,
Talking
Now,
shit.
now,
When I-
we, now,
when
we,
I rap,
Yes.
I put shit together.
yes,
That shit is available. So if I wanted to go crazy on somebody, I could. And I also am very good at finding what niggas are insecure about and
Wait.
putting it in a cool way. But
he talking. Hey, wait, y'all might miss it. He talking.
Nah,
But
they ain't
I'm
gonna miss
Wait,
it.
he said, wait, that's the shit I be. Sci-Hi, nigga. You better listen clear. I'm retired, but it's available. That nigga Chance said it's available.
But what I'm saying is overall, and it's not for everybody, just for me, like I was rapping when I didn't think that Drake would ever know my name. And I was rapping when I didn't think whoever it would be. I also want, just let's back it up. Drake is one of my biggest supporters. And he hits me up whenever I do something cool.
Yeah, don't get bars from that nigga. Just
I mean,
make it nice.
it's not about bars.
Make
I'm
it
saying,
nice.
I'm saying I don't have time to
He'll go give $1 million
reconcile
to all your
anything in public. You know what I mean?
Got it.
I'm definitely I'll call your phone. If I think that you got an issue with me, I'm gonna call your phone. Me
Why you
personally.
didn't call me then?
Because you were saying something on TV. I'm talking about somebody saying something.
Like, you
Like
feel like it's
they
a
gon-
real
You're
issue.
getting the
I'm
comments.
talking about niggas talking about they gonna shoot me or they
Right.
gonna rob me or some
yeah,
shit like
yeah.
that. I'm gonna call you.
Wait, Chance. See, I love how we just magically ended up here because I was gonna let it slide. Yes, Chance, we all know you're a gangster in your secret life.
Yeah, I'm
You
not a
can't-
gangster.
you can't trick
I'm a
us.
real man, yo.
No, yeah, I know what that means.
I
Yeah,
will.
yeah.
I know what it means.
I'm not
Means
a
he got the
gangster at
22 in
all.
the clout bag.
I'm a real regular, degular man. So if you tweak on me, I'm gonna tweak right with you. I'm gonna call you. But I'm not ever trying to be a person that's making an Instagram video telling you what I'm gonna do to you for my fans or your fans or for Shade Room or anything.
Right.
Because that shit is pointless. That's
And
not
it's
gonna get us
corny.
nowhere but in jail.
Right.
I believe that my music especially is something sacred for me. So how could I give you my time trying to creatively make you embarrassed? Like, I don't want to embarrass you. I want to set it right. If the right thing to do is get on the phone with you, let's get on the phone. If the right thing is to meet up with you, let's meet up. But I'm not for none of that shit. Like none of the creative disses about people. Like that is, I guess that's a part of the culture that I will accept that I won't be a part of. And I definitely subscribe to it. I'm definitely interested when a diss track drops.
All right, so I was off of diss tracks, but since you mentioned this, Push's diss track where he was no holds barred, to say the least. Oh well, I guess you already answered it. You're against diss tracks.
Yeah, I
period,
was
and
against
that
that
type of
shit.
energy. I was against that part, and it was phony of me because I've said some real nasty shit about niggas in war. But I guess that the older you get, yeah, there's just certain shit I wouldn't say.
Yeah.
I understand why Push did though. Like when you're fighting somebody that's that large, you got to throw every stone you can find. I get it. I want to ask you about two white rappers. only because you mentioned Scuffles. Are you familiar with Russ at all?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about him sending the goons to beat up all the Lils? They beat the poor kid up by the bathroom. Did you see it? You be on the phone.
I did. I watched it.
You seen it.
Definitely let that one loop.
He's seen it and said a little prayer. Then pray for these gentlemen and Russ is fucking up.
I don't really. I don't know either one of them personally, or I think it's you were saying it's more people than that. But I don't know Russ personally, and I don't know. The only person that I know to be involved in it was Smoke Perp. I don't know them personally.
Oh, you do know Smoke Perp?
No, I don't know Smoke
okay,
Perp
got it.
personally. But I was just saying those are the two people involved that when you first phrased the question.
Did you
that's what I
pray
thought
for?
were
Did you
talking
pray for Smoke Perp's well-being?
about. I didn't, but I
After you saw
should.
it.
We should pray for everybody, yo.
Well, let's take a moment real quick and say a little Smoke Perp prayer.
Let's pray for everybody one time.
Yeah, well, Smoke Perp. Let's do him first.
This
do
is
Smoke Perp
it's turning
first,
into a Smoke Perp diss. I don't want to do it.
No, we're not doing
Hey,
that's not what we're
Chance,
doing.
on this podcast, when anything is said that could be taken away, I take the heat. Everybody move out the way. Let me get it. Second white rapper, Eminem, his project. Did you listen to that at all? That's no.
No, I didn't listen to it.
Okay.
That's honest.
Yeah, that's fine.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's all I got.
I listened to the MGK diss.
What you think about that? Okay. What you think
All
about that?
right, give it to me now. Come on, you are listening to diss tracks. A
I
little
thought it
three hat
was-
can't trick me.
I thought it was no. I was saying I indulge in the diss culture, yo. I just don't. I'm not myself.
Got
No, I thought MGK's one was cooler, yo. To be honest with you.
There's a better record.
Yeah, it was just like it was something that I played multiple times. I only played the MGK diss. I mean the Eminem diss once.
I feel the same way.
Yeah,
It was more entertaining.
it was definitely entertaining.
It's a better. It has more replay value. MGK's
Yeah.
record is a better record.
It was
the hook-
funnier.
Yeah,
More funny.
Yeah, and because we know M could bar MGK to
Yeah,
death.
Eminem raps better than MGK, clearly, but the record, the MGK record, was better.
I fuck with MGK, yo. I fuck with Eminem, obviously too. He took me on my first European tour ever.
We were on tour
Chance.
Oh
together.
yeah.
We were on tour on that tour
Yeah,
together.
it was Slaughterhouse.
We were on fucking tour together.
It's a
You
fact.
just reminded me
Yo.
about the fucking
That's a-
weird
You didn't
elevator
meet me,
ride.
nigga.
Oh
we
wait,
was on
hold
tour,
on. With
yo.
Tyler, that
You didn't
he
come
was
say
in that
what's up
too.
to me while we was on tour,
Chance.
yo.
Yes, I did.
No, you did
We,
not.
we
yo.
passed
Chance.
by Chance.
You were
You-
trying to make
Chance.
yourself remember that shit. You wouldn't even remember me if I
You are
wasn't
the
sitting right
you
here.
are the reason that I hate Tyler the Creator
Why?
because of you.
How did I make you hate Tyler?
What do you mean? Why?
Chance is so
It's
confused.
you.
Like, wait, what do you
Wait,
mean?
why would you hate him because of me?
So, all right, my memory is bad, but I remember when I'm hurt. Where was that tour?
It was
That
Ireland.
That was 2013.
Paris.
Chance, we were somewhere that Joe Budden did not want to be.
yo. Like Ireland.
Wait, what's wrong with Ireland?
I didn't.
Ireland was lit.
I didn't want to be there.
Everyone relax.
I didn't
Dublin
think,
was super
I didn't
lit.
think that Slaughterhouse should be there. I didn't think we should be. I didn't feel honored to be performing in front of 150,000
90,000 people.
Eminem fans like that. Just
90,000.
All that whole it's a good look thing. Like so, I was.
I know what you mean.
I already felt the way. So we get there. We got to park on some grass that's far away. Walk 9 miles. All of that festival bullshit. Cool.
I remember.
And I'm starving, but they don't care that the artists that have to perform are starving. when you find food, you find it. Good luck. Go out
I
there,
do
have a
remember
blast.
this day now.
So I'm the only one that's away from M, away from Slaughterhouse. I'm trying to be away from every artist because I hate all of you.
Okay.
And I find the food area. Nothing but white people working and happy to eat kale. Boy, was I in heaven up there.
I remember this, yo.
Alone, Chance. Just me and friendly white people eating kale. And guess who popped up on that
Tyler the
floor?
Creator.
And Chance the Rapper.
I walked in with Tyler.
And you two niggas were just having a blast. Boy, were you in great spirits. Y'all were just
19-year-olds
the
on tour.
best of
The
fucking-
nerve of them.
Right? So,
Wow.
but then y'all left. And I'm like, yes, thank God these two fucking annoying kids are the fuck out of here. You know what? They might come back. Let me get out of here. About 20 minutes later, I go to get on the elevator. I press the button, ready to escape all things. Elevator door opens. Guess who's right there?
Chance the Rapper
Chance
and Tyler the Creator.
and Tyler. And now I'm stuck in an elevator ride with you two. And you two are the niggas that have no respect for anyone else in the elevator. Y'all sitting there making mad stupid
wait,
jokes.
Did they play corners?
Yeah, I think they were wearing tie-dye. I hate. I was in my head like, Jesus, get me the fuck away from these two loser niggas, please. So ever since that elevator ride,
Wow.
I was like, their energy is just different from mine. I guess because you guys were happy to be alive.
I think I was probably just happy to be hanging out with Tyler the Creator at the time.
Are you a huge Tyler Creator fan? I am now today, which is why I'm phony.
I was definitely a fan then, and I remember that like.
Do you notice
were
that
like
you
the-
say you're a fan of everybody? And
I
mean,
don't know if I mean it on the same level with every person I say
Okay,
it about.
got
though.
it.
Like I think like at the time, I don't think I was super listening to Goblin, but I was very into Earl's mixtape. And Earl, I think was Earl there? I think Earl
yes,
was there
Earl
too.
was there,
Yeah.
man. Fuck out of here, Earl.
Yeah.
Earl
Boy,
was there
he was.
too.
Earl was a little cooler than y'all. Though.
Earl-
Let me not
Earl's
say that.
super cool.
Earl was a lot cooler than you
Earl
two.
don't
That's
talk.
what I think I was
Yeah.
on though. I think I was trying to hang out with Earl, and he wasn't as outgoing at the time. And
Yes,
Tyler
thank
was.
God he wasn't.
And I was kicking it with all of them because it was a hell of them out there. That shit was crazy, yo. I've lost my debit card and my ID when I was out there. So I was having like we were getting all the shows late, like traveling on the trains and shit. That was like real peak, like struggling touring shit.
Well, let me continue the story because I certainly did hate you niggas after that. But then you got on stage and I watched. You put on an amazing show for 90,000 people
Yo,
who
thank
didn't
you. I
care.
remember that shit.
You killed.
That shit was crazy. That was at Stade de France.
I was
Yeah.
back there. I'm sitting there and I'm watching with. I've been standing right next to Paul or somebody
Yeah.
important, and I was trying to understand it because I was unfamiliar with you at the time. And they said that's Chance the Rapper. He's got something out. He's got some shit out called Acid. They was telling me about your old shit, and they were like, he's gonna be something. And I'm standing and I'm watching, and you moved like it was true. So I just said, I have to continue to keep my eye out for this kid. So when you popped, I wasn't so shocked because I had heard about the groundwork. You know what I mean? I had heard about the groundwork, and I guess I saw a little portion of it, even though I never wanted to be in an elevator with y'all again. So yeah, that was that experience there.
That's so yeah, I remember that tour so well. That shit's so raw that you were there and like remember that shit because that was like the groundwork. Like that was
Yeah.
because I don't remember it. I remember like we did do better than we thought we would do because when we did Ireland before, and I think Ireland was more people, right?
Yeah,
when we did
that was huge.
Yeah.
what's that shit called? Slaying Castle.
Slaying Castle, yeah.
We did that. That shit was like
That was
100,000
crazy. Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
And like was not working. They were not feeling that shit. They was ready for Eminem.
Oh, for real.
But
Yeah.
I can imagine.
The Paris
But I mean,
show,
it should have been.
yeah,
Yeah.
the Paris show though was like
That shit was lit.
we and shout out DJ Oreo. He did a backflip over me at that show. And
I
the
remember him
crowd
doing
went
some
fucking
acrobatic
Wait,
shit.
Oreo
Yeah,
can do a
yeah.
backflip?
Yeah, Oreo's a West Side legend. Like everybody from the West Side of Chicago can
Can do a
backflips,
backflip
yeah.
over somebody.
Yeah, literally.
I would love to see Oreo do a backflip.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Well, there's nothing to plug because you're not dropping anything.
Yeah, that's what I was
There's
waiting on. the
nothing to
music.
tell people to look forward to. I don't have more. I'm cool. This has been a great interview.
I thought it was an awesome interview.
It's not an interview; it's a conversation.
Yeah, we
was
was
Yeah,
chilling,
because I'm
kicking
not
it.
interviewing nobody. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not interviewing. This was a great,
was a great convo.
Yeah.
conversation.
I learned a lot about you.
Thank
I
you.
did. I learned a lot about you.
Joe, do you still think I'm not independent?
Well, let me. I don't think you're. I think you are independent.
Well, you're not
I will say
Joe,
that.
so I mean that
No, but I was on that train at first, but nah. Now that he broke it down, no, he's independent. I get what he was saying.
I want to know the Joe.
Yeah, you're not.
Okay.
Your deal that you speak about with Apple, and where's Ian? All right, you're right there. Stop me if I say something that is going to get us fired. Is similar. Your Apple deal is similar to my podcast deal.
Right.
So when you ask me these things, I always try to put myself in this situation because I own my shit. Same
You
way
own the podcast, right?
Yes.
When you leave?
Yes, the same way you own the music when you
Okay.
leave. But when we were grinding for 3 years alone is when I felt independent. So I guess what I'll say is, even if in the technical term I am still independent, it doesn't feel that way because I have a powerhouse
You have
with
the
me.
corporate
And I guess
machine.
that's why I viewed you that way. Because, yeah, what you're saying is correct, but you have that. You're not alone.
Yeah.
So it's tricky.
Could I be?
It's tricky,
have
man.
not been independent for 2 weeks and then I went back to being independent?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll do
I think
that.
that's what you
Yes.
said too.
That's-
at one point.
I said that.
Yeah, I think you
I
said
said for those 2 weeks he wasn't, and then we got to the shits. But you know what's funny? I guess if you look at all that shit that happened, a lot of us would have assumed what your next moves would have been. We would have all been wrong. So I mean,
To go
he's
fully with
independent-
Apple.
He's an independent nigga, man.
Yeah.
He's all over the place.
It was a quick transaction for 2 weeks.
I
I'll be
don't
honest, yo.
believe that he took the 500,000 and just dumped it all into marketing.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
You know,
I have.
well, you put something in your pocket,
because-
Chance. Come
well,
on.
If you live in Chicago, you would know that there were billboards for Coloring Book, like on the expressway, and it was like if you walk downtown, like all the train stop, like not train stops, the bus stops. Just me. It didn't even say Coloring Book. Well, actually, the album cover doesn't say Coloring Book either, but it was just me, a pink thing, and it was like niggas was like, oh my god,
Hard album cover, by the way.
thank
I
you,
have
yo.
to tell you that.
Nah, it's
Thank you, yo.
You didn't need a name on the album cover. You just needed to have that.
And the 3
Powerful
didn't get
image.
added until like 2 nights before the album dropped.
Fucking up the whole marketing.
I used to rock a
Can you
Sox
believe
cap.
these niggas tried to stop the 3?
I used to rock a Sox cap.
That could have
And I
been
went
10
to the
million,
White
not
Sox
6
and
million.
I said, White Sox, I'm rocking your shit. I'm rocking it in all these magazines. They want me to blur it out as a part of my stamp. Let me keep rocking it. They said, sure. I kept rocking it. I said, yo, I'm trying to make a remix of your hats and sell them that say Chance on them now. They said, go ahead, we'll take a percentage. I said, yo, let me do a motherfucking festival inside your shit with Alicia Keys and John Legend and Kanye West and Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz and
That was
Young
wavy.
Thug and
That was
Lil
wavy.
Uzi. All of that shit. Did it. They took a little percentage. I said, let me be the ambassador. Give me some cash. And I'm going to do some raw things with it. And I'm going to make sure that you guys' community presence is felt too. I'm going to make sure that you guys are involved in all the things that you need to be involved in. And they said, no, we don't got no money for you. And that was when the 3 was born.
That might have panned out better for you.
I knew this nigga was
Definitely, yo.
Absolutely
I knew,
panned
he,
out
was,
better.
he was about to. I knew he was about to make me sad with that story.
No,
He was
the
about to-
story,
he was
it's a
about to-
happy
better now.
story.
it's
It
a
ended
happy
up
story.
great.
The 3 came out of it.
I didn't have to put an album cover. I didn't have to put an album title on my shit. I just put a 3 on the hat, and that's how you know it's the 3rd album. And then the hat, that
Chance,
shit doing numbers.
No, I agree. It did turn out better for you, and I'm extremely happy that that's what God's plan was. I'm just gonna always get. I always get mad. They'll let you do and do and do and do and do until it's for you.
Yeah,
That's always gonna make me angry.
that shit weak as hell. Definitely, they know
Like,
that shit was weak as
I'm
hell.
passionate about that. Like till the day I die, it's just gonna always be like that. I knew that was gonna make me mad. I wish he would have told that story.
Yeah. Well, I won't. I'm not really rocking Sox caps that often anymore, so that's good.
Listen,
Okay.
if I made $6 million off a hat, I would never take the hat off.
You might
How
be.
could I,
Might as well
yo?
be a
Sleep
Cubs
with
fan.
that shit on.
You guys
Hey,
gotta understand my fan base. It's not all young kids on the internet. It's grandmas that buy this hat.
I haven't
It's
seen
school
a grandma
teachers that
in
buy
that.
this hat.
I
It's-
don't care what you're saying.
Anybody. If you work at a hospital, you fuck around buy this hat. It's people that associate this with more things than just me too. And I'm
How much
I'm
is
with
that?
that shit.
You know,
the hat
made-
is not
made
that
6
much. It's
million.
like $30.
It might be $1 million.
35.
Sold 6 of them.
Nigga sold 6 hats like Nipsey.
You gotta be able to
Yo, here's my album for $100.
the hat costs $700. But it's,
Shout out to Nipsey too.
it's all I'm here not to promote anything other than
Peace
me
and
being
love.
cool and this motherfucking hat, yo.
Me being
Go
cool.
cop a hat, yo.
Also, if I made $6 million from the hat, sorry fans, an album is not coming anywhere.
Until
Not
I find a cool
Yeah.
design for a 4. Like I'm chilling, yo.
That's a fact.
Who designed that one?
My really I designed it. But
No,
the person
give
who
the real
drew
credit
it,
now. Yes, the real person, not you.
Brandon Brandon Bro is a buddy of mine. He did the 10-day Acid Rap and Coloring Book arts, and he did the arts for the 4 songs I dropped earlier. Black artist from Chicago, super dope. But I was like, I had an idea to trademark this 3, and I think actually we did just get it done.
This nigga has a lot of good ideas.
But like, notice my shit got a little slant. I don't know if I'm holding it on the right side.
Yeah, you are, you are.
Slant is, yeah, little slant. That's all you got to do. Make it your own, baby. You know.
Right.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. This nigga has studied all the little law books.
Bro,
the 3 is his?
on the 3.
Yeah, now he
yo.
owns that number.
Who are you gonna attribute the 3 to? other than
Nope,
me?
you.
Well, I used to attribute it to Iverson, but now it's
Yeah.
definitely
Or
Chance the
D-Wade.
Rapper. Yeah.
It's you and
Wait,
Iverson.
hold on.
CP3.
Yeah.
Chance stole 3 from Iverson?
For sure.
Insane.
That's tough to do.
Iverson
y'all should
3
do a
ain't as
collab.
cool as that 3, nigga.
If Iverson
Allen
won a
Iverson
ring,
rocks this hat. If you see him at the club,
No,
he's
yeah, he
wearing
does.
this. Or
Yeah.
CP3 or
if
D-Wade.
I see Iverson in the club, I'm out. I don't want to be at the club with Iverson.
That's my nigga, yo. He's wild, yo. I fuck
Everybody's your nigga, Chance.
with him. Everybody is my nigga, though. That's the coolest part.
no,
yo.
that's what we're saying. We're saying
No,
that everybody is your
we
nigga.
agree.
We agree.
This has been awesome, man.
This has been great.
This has been great.
Yeah, it has.
Absolutely.
Yes? No?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you guys have anything else for Chance? Because I'm satisfied.
Yeah, I'm cool.
I'm
Everything I
pleased.
had written down has been discussed.
Oh, you know what? It'd be cool to talk to this nigga about his show before it happens, even though by the time they hear this, it will have happened. Are you looking forward to anything?
I am.
Tonight?
I ain't never seen Tierra
I
Whack
wanna see
or
Tierra
Sheck
Whack.
West.
Tierra
Live.
Whack is
Never
really,
seen
really
them
good.
live.
I hear amazing things about that.
She's so
that
raw. I've
young
never seen her
lady.
show though. I'm hyped as fuck.
She
She has
came out
a
at
one
Made and it was
song
really
that I
dope.
really like. Is it called My Dog? Or They Took My Dog Away? My Dog? Yo, that's the one.
What do you think
She's
about
dope.
Bitch, I'm a Cow?
I really, really like that video.
All right, you know what, Chance? You have been amazing, man.
Yeah. Have you seen the video?
I have.
Great video.
And she performed
Yeah.
at South by.
A1.
Have you thought about doing more, like a lot of acting, like really getting into like TV and film?
I used to. I'm done with that shit now. For the time being, it's too much.
Why?
Just like
Too time consuming?
Schedule.
yeah, sitting on a set like in a trailer, waiting to like shoot some shit, and then you shoot it 3 times, and they're like, all right, we gotta move the camera, wait 30 minutes, and then shoot those lines again. Like it's just too fake for me, yo.
That's whack when you could be out there helping kids
Yeah.
and rescuing dogs.
Or just being with my girl, you know what I'm saying? Being with my family.
Yo,
doing anything.
Chance the rapper.
Yes.
Who enjoys being with their girl? You gotta knock it
You
off.
gotta enjoy being with your girl.
No, we gotta say it
Are you and Sam
publicly.
gonna get married?
Nigga, what am I on? Love and Hip Hop?
Yeah. yeah.
Actually, you are.
You are.
Yeah.
Honestly,
It's been announced.
honestly, I've been having a lot of thoughts about just the concept of marriage,
Yeah.
if you want me to be honest about it.
Yeah.
I will get married. I want to get married.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't been married yet. I'm getting ready to, but I don't know what that
Do you
shit's
think
on.
that black men, and I was letting you leave, but you keep saying good shit. Do you think,
I'm enjoying this so much. If only you knew.
Do you think that black men just have like certain fears subconsciously about some of these things like marriage, therapy, like
Yeah.
anything that might help us?
Yeah. It's indoctrinated. Like we're raised to believe by like not even by our parents, by society and by media that like a lot of it comes down to just how we are in this country. We're like fed a lot of media and information that makes us believe that we're either primitively tribal or animalistic. And so a lot of things down to like sexuality, like the idea that black men can't be gay isn't from like some type of like regal, like manly stance, but it's from the idea that black motherfuckers don't have enough fluidity in their mind to be something other than what is primitive or animalistic. It's the same thing with marriage, with like just a lot of institutional things. We believe that we don't fit in because we're programmed at a lower level. And so I think like that shit just effectively works on us all the time. Like black people didn't invent the idea of niggas having big dicks. That's some white shit that like is attributed to like an animalistic quality, and like it's used to kind of like, I don't know.
He's
just-
going back to my theory about how racism started.
Yeah.
You think white people was gonna be looking at a whole bunch of big dicks running around Egypt
Yeah.
and be cool?
It's like that, but I mean that's like
Yo, we got
a part
sleepers.
of
you're retarded.
Like, whoa.
Something wrong with you, Joe, man.
Do we got?
What a way to wrap
Something
up.
wrong with you, bro.
Do we have sleepers?
Ah,
I knew that was gonna happen.
sheesh.
I'm glad it's not my rug this time.
Spotify to the death. Fuck this Apple computer. God damn
I
it.
knew that was going to happen. I saw that coming.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
fine. It's fine. Chance.
He got a whole table. He want to put his cup on the laptop.
Savon ain't done nothing all day. Now he want to give me a napkin.
You should probably wipe off your laptop, not the
Fam,
table.
I use this to play music and for nothing else. I could care less about this laptop. We shouldn't be fucking held hostage by all of these materialistic items that we don't need.
Chance got you in your
Message.
bag.
Word.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Chance got me feeling mad educated today, man.
Yeah, you live on your phone. Now all of a
went to
sudden
school
Chance
today.
got you saying.
Well, Chance does his phone.
I do.
He said it.
I do.
Ain't
I be getting in trouble
aren't-
for that shit.
Aren't you glad you found your fiance before this
Yeah.
wild era? Tell the truth.
Definitely. Oh, I met my fiance when I was 9 years old.
It's rough out here
Really?
for niggas,
Yeah.
Chance.
Really?
Wow.
Our parents worked together. My mom's manager, or not manager, the boss at her real estate company was Kirsten's mom. So we met when we were really
Jeez.
young. We reconnected at a South by Southwest on some random shit, and
Oh,
we've
y'all
been together
got a
since
great love
2012.
story.
Yeah,
Wow, that's dope.
That's cute.
Yo,
that's
no,
how
that
you.
sound like-
I mean,
everything in
everything-
this nigga's life, he's got like some biblical God connected all the dots.
Is it all biblical?
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yo,
it's just
yo, we broke
maybe
up. I was
maybe
being-
life
No,
is
sometimes just someone's
biblical.
mom is the boss at work.
Is that biblical?
And that person just pops up at South by while I'm performing there.
Niggas be at
And then we
South
fall
by,
in love
yeah.
again. Yeah, is it over for South by? Tell
Your
truth.
life
Tell
might be
truth.
a movie, man.
Is it over for South by? I haven't been to South by in 4 years.
So yes, it's over. It's over for South by.
Yeah, if you haven't
South
been there
by
4 years, it's over.
before we started coming, before big artists started coming. I was actually not a big artist when I first started coming, but back in the day, like it was like the grassroots level.
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Well, that's
playing
why I
small
asked.
It
shows
fucked
and
it up
shit.
with all
Because
the
it
big
stopped
artists.
being
They said it was ruined like the second or third year that I was there when Jay-Z and Kanye came. So
That is the year.
so
'cause
that
Kanye
shit,
with
but that shit's kind of getting
bullshit.
out of here. I feel like it's getting. Maybe I haven't been there in a long time, but I heard that it was getting less commercial. So maybe that's like the
Well,
rebirth.
I'll
of it.
never go back. So
Can I bum one, yo?
please. Thank you. Yeah, I'm never going back to South by. Well, I'm retired, so I
I
wouldn't
think
be
we
there
did
anyway.
South by around the same time too. I think we were
Actually,
down there at the same time.
let me not say that because I was supposed to go to South by last year as a speaker, but then they denied me because of my criminal background.
To
The
get into
flyer or
Texas?
Hmm?
To get into Texas?
To be a speaker there,
Oh, was it like at a?
it was one of the, yeah.
That's weird as hell. They goofy.
No, that's one of the things that get me mad. The rappers can come there and fucking have a blast.
If they don't have
Record,
criminal record.
yeah. The second somebody want to come there and actually do something different and they want to get into all this bullshit, yeah. So let me not diss them too hard because maybe next year we'll clear that up.
March is close.
What time you going on tonight?
10:30.
Real late, right? Tell the truth, nigga. Stop lying.
I think 10:30. 9:50.
Oh, yeah, Spotify ain't playing with Chance. hey, wait, are y'all trying to sign Chance? Like, let me start figuring out what's going on here.
I'm trying to figure out if there's any. I think that the streaming war is dope, yo. So if
It
y'all
is
ever
dope.
trying to go back to doing exclusive things, Joe, like, fuck it, yo. That's what I'm saying, yo.
What are they trying to go back to? Yeah, don't try to hop in here, Wit. I'm coordinating here.
It's
No, they should. They should. Listen, we
I don't
working on
know.
it, man. We working on
But
it.
doesn't that go
We
back
working
to your
on it.
point of everyone getting the music?
yeah, but I'm saying it drives opportunity and it drives like people
Listen.
going to specific places to get a specific album means more listening. So like if I'm going
Now I
to
gotta pay $40 a month because I have to buy all of them.
No, you don't know. We got the Spotify code. Use Joe.
Huge joke.
60 days free.
Yeah, JOE, man.
My bad.
Y'all want to thank Chance?
Thanks, man.
This was dope.
Thank you.
Yeah, this was good.
Hey, I appreciate you guys
We
having
should-
me on the show.
we
Well, yeah, we don't do guests like that, but we like you a lot. So
Thank you, man.
figured this would
Yeah,
work.
you can come back anytime. Hopefully you're not
anytime
wearing
you
these
want,
fucking
man.
Yeezys when you come
I'm gonna
back.
come to Queens though next time because next time I'll be here, I probably don't have a show.
Okay.
Oh yeah, let me just tell the listeners. See these megastar niggas, man. Chance hops in the DM. Pause. He says, "Hey man, love the show. Love to come on." So in my head, I'm like, "Wow, that's hard. That would be dope. Let's do it." The next 2 weeks was all Chance telling us what we needed to do.
I want to come on your
show, but y'all gotta meet me in the city. Let's do like a Saturday type of thing. Let's do 7. Bring pretzels.
Bring some dip.
Hey, Ian, get the fucking pretzels, damn it. We're going to see Chance.
Yeah, we're packing up the house.
Word. Parks packed up the house.
Word.
So this was great, man. Rory, you going to the show, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Nigga loves to link.
I like to link, man.
Nigga loves shows.
What's wrong with linking? I like live music. What's wrong with live music?
No. Do you have like a pre-show ritual that you get into? Like, do you like kneel before the threes?
We pray. The 3 is not. I don't pray to the 3. Just pray.
Praying to the 3 is fucking crazy.
That's weird.
That's some
Kneel
Illuminati
before the
shit.
3. Yo, 3s come together tonight.
We do do a prayer before we hit the stage every night. We usually drink and smoke, I guess, and yeah, it's not really.
Fucking real nigga shit.
I hate the
Prayer and
term
liquor.
ritualistic or ritual because that shit sound like witchcraft to me. But shit that we do a lot is we pray before the show.
Okay. You got a live band today?
Yes, we do. It's gonna be a different show also because it's recorded and shit. So we put together something cool for it.
Oh, damn. Now,
Is Kanye popping up?
now I feel like I should go.
Nah, he's playing.
Oh yeah,
SNL,
he's doing
yo.
SNL shit.
Don't let him pop up.
That's why I was double checking.
Do your show.
I'm telling y'all, he's doing Yandi right now. Like that's a whole different.
Through this whole shit, I learned that Chance and Kanye might not be as cool as we think they are.
No, we
this
super
changed
cool.
my
That's why I
perception
can say
today.
that.
Y'all
everything
cool,
that we
but we
say.
kind of thought y'all was
Hey,
like.
I was
Red
kind of
and Red.
waiting
We'll talk
today.
about it on
We
the
thought
next
y'all was like
podcast.
Meth and
Yeah.
Red. Like we thought y'all was like Meth and Man and Red.
Y'all not like Meth and Red.
No, we're close. Our
I
kids
was
play
waiting for you to
together.
defend him up and down today.
Nah, he came in and kept it a buck.
I know, that's why I appreciate it.
If somebody's saying something that's offensive, I'll defend him. I'm not going to defend him rocking a MAGA cap with the
Yeah.
Kaepernick shirt. I'm not going to defend.
He's saying the offensive things.
Yeah, I'm not going to defend shit that's offensive, but I'll defend him if like the shit with Ebro happened because he said something that I thought was crazy. So I said something.
What
back
happened
to
with
Ebro.
Ebro?
You don't remember when niggas got mad at me on the internet because
I remember you did the
defended Kanye?
Republican thing.
Yeah, so Ebro said some shit that was like, I don't know. What did he say? He said
I
this
don't
nigga's
know.
not. He said something about his mental health. This is also before Ye came out and said that he was.
Man,
having
didn't
mental
Ebro
health
ask Kanye to fly him somewhere?
I don't even know. Probably.
Didn't he say
I be
fly me
asking
out?
Kanye to fly me places, yo. Ye got money. But yeah, no. All I'm saying is like, yeah, Ye is my guy. And I definitely, if I was walking down the street and Ye was getting jumped by 8 niggas, I'd go get jumped with Ye.
And then there'd be 2 niggas getting.
I was
jumped
gonna
with
say,
you.
I don't know how much damage.
Yeah, but
Nah,
I'm
you
a
probably-
rock with my nigga. Like if
No,
I
as
see
you
if I see
should.
my homie getting
As
beat
you
up, I'm a
should.
rock with him.
You-
but
You should.
That'll
But
be
I'm-
Chance, Ye, and the Lord, nigga, versus them. Hey, and my money's on Chance
And he
Ye and the
just
Lord.
watched The
Hey, I
Matrix in the
also
morning.
got them bitches.
And
Yeah, he know the Matrix shit. He gonna be all right.
Yeah, Chance might be like Lupe and secretly know karate or some shit.
Have
I don't
mad
know,
samurai
but I
swords.
definitely got them bitches.
There's another lyricist. What do you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Lupe knows.
Chicago.
Lupe knows,
Exactly,
yo.
nigga.
I'm waiting, yo, to do that shit. I've been in the studio with Lupe before.
You listen to his album?
I didn't hear Waves yet.
Okay.
Drogas Waves. Drogas Waves. I
It's
rock
good.
with Lupe, yo. I don't see him as often as I see Ye. But I love Lupe for sure.
Lupe dissed me too.
Lupe dissed you said?
Well, no,
I would
no.
love to see y'all actually go back and forth.
You will never see me go back and forth with Lupe.
Because he crucial.
I'm afraid.
Yeah. he crucial.
That's what's funny. It's like the niggas that the fans think that I'm supposed to be afraid of, I think I'll kill them with the ease. It's some other niggas that the fans pay zero mind to that are like different. It's just Lupe's different. Fucking Elzai's different. Fucking Fonte's
Elzai,
different.
yeah,
Fucking
Fonte.
Sean Price, rest in peace, was different. Like, it's some niggas that's
Price.
just a little different. I want to hear a chance with the different niggas. I want to hear you spit some gospel shit with all of them.
A joint with him and Lupe would be crazy.
It would, 100%.
Yeah, that'd be great.
But Chance is retired, so we're not going to hear music anymore.
Getting his hat money.
yeah, this was great. Well, Rory will be at the show. Again, I want to thank Chance for, well, no, fuck thanking Chance. I want to thank Maul and Rory for coming to Chance.
Yeah. We came.
Thanks, Parks and Savon. Thanks, the whole Ian, Keeb,
We
our
loaded
whole
up.
crew for coming to Chance's hotel. Thanks,
You guys
Quinn.
literally have 7 pieces of equipment. Y'all did not have to move shit for me to do that.
Well, hold on. We moved this whole couch. This couch was over here.
This couch wasn't.
for me.
Look at this
wasn't
shit.
here.
Yeah,
one
hey,
laptop.
man.
And
This-
what the
this
fuck
wasn't
is
here.
this?
That's our
buddy.
shit. That's our
That's
shit.
R3. That's R3.
That's
That's
R3.
R3 right there.
man.
Yeah, I
don't.
peeped that shit a long time ago. Y'all gotta chill, y'all.
We're gonna put the 3 hat on one of these niggas. Yeah. Figure out which one.
Don't put him on the devil, yo.
No, we're gonna put the 3 hat on one.
Hey,
of these.
Chance,
do it. I
but
don't
you know
know.
what? You say that. I've been wanting to ask Parks for a little while. What's going on with some of this artwork back here? But
this is some low-key-
but the fans love it, so I don't ask.
Of course they love it. Motherfuckers is getting
And the artist is selling this shit,
overfed,
getting
that
it off.
demonic shit, yo.
Word.
And
We need a
yeah,
percentage.
he's selling this
He
shit, man.
getting
We're
this
gonna,
shit
we gonna talk about
Yeah,
all
we
of
need
this.
a percentage of that shit.
Yeah, for real.
Damn, nigga counted up our pieces of equipment. I'm getting out of here. All right, let's play sleepers. Let's play sleepers and get out of here. Do y'all have sleepers? We do a sleeper segment here where we pick a song or artist that may be lesser known that we feel like should get some praise or attention, and we highlight it at the end. So while we play ours, think of one, please.
I think I got one right
Yeah, think of one. So I am going to play. Where is this? Where is my phone?
Hey, Reese, what's Zach's new track called? The Zach Fox shit that I put in the chat.
Oh, you
Square
know
up.
what? I'm gonna play my girl, Asia. I'm gonna play her. Talk, Rory.
I love when you do this. All right, so
We've
who's
only
who's-
been doing sleepers for 3 years.
Who?
I go first. You go
Playing that joint-
second.
You was playing that joint?
No, that's not how it
I
goes.
got one. I got one.
I got my shit queued up. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
All right, we could just go.
You got one?
I got one.
Okay,
you have the chords.
exclusive
Zach
off that.
Fox, square up, yo.
No, can you play it?
No, you gotta play.
Oh,
it.
yeah, yeah,
We're,
and then we don't just say it.
We're playing these records. Yeah,
Oh
that's
no,
for
Reese,
you,
I need your
Rory.
phone, yo, because my.
All right, well, I have my shit queued up, so I can just go.
Oh yeah, it's on SoundCloud. Can I say SoundCloud on this show?
All right,
Sorry.
well, I'll start
No,
while you
only
guys search.
Spotify, nigga.
This is Van Jess Control Me. That was Van Jess, Control Me. I like them a lot. I think I played them in the past too.
It's a good record.
Sounds like a good record.
That's your vibe.
It's my little,
That's your groove.
I'm gonna play my homegirl Asian, who has an album coming out. I want to say next month. Don't hold me to that because I want to hit her and make sure. But this is Asian. Shout out to her, and this one is called Nola. That was my girl Asian, and that was called Nola, Nola. And her album is coming out soon. Shout out to Asian.
This is Incredible NES Drums with Conway.
stunting, knowing you ain't hurting nothing, but you act like you be thugging, bitch, nigga, fuck you. If you eating and team hungry, dressed all bummy, but your pockets on chunky, bitch, nigga, fuck you. If you rap and you trash, talk about you in a trap, but your people say you ass, bitch, nigga, fuck you. Hey yo, when condom machine and incredibleness on it, tell these bitch bird niggas to throw some respect on it. I flow with the best on me, counterfeit fake beat, hear that click clack, abandon they team like they KD, retarded to play me, bitch, I live in the kitchen, while these broke niggas couldn't see green with night vision. I keep a good connect and attack in the couch, while Trump trying to build a wall to keep my Mexicans out. Shorty get sex in the mouth, a man flips, my goons check him, cause he quick to catch bullets like Odell Beckham. Nigga all up in my grill like he looking for something. Make a bigger nigga fold and retire like Tim Duncan. West side, drumming, fly guy, bumping Griselda, take over the red bum, frontin' head rush, right before I let that mini pack bust. Aim so on point I can fire and hit a bed bug. If you real one, stay drumming, fuck if the cops come and bust something, start dumping, say nigga, fuck you. If you a bitch nigga stunting, knowing you ain't hurting nothing, but you act like you be thugging, bitch, nigga, fuck you. If you eating and team hungry, dressed all bummy, but your pockets on chunky, bitch, nigga, fuck you. If you rap and you trash, talk about you in a trap, but your people say you ass, bitch, nigga, fuck you.
That's incredible. NES featuring Conway drums.
This is my nigga Zach Fox. He's actually not my nigga, but if we knew each other, I'm sure he would be my nigga.
If you know him,
You just gonna co-sign everything Zach Fox said.
I fuck with him, yo.
Where's he from?
Follow him on Twitter. I think he's
What's his
from
ad?
Chicago or from LA. Yeah, he's from LA. He from LA. He's just a funny ass dude on Twitter, and then he dropped this track today, and I thought his shit was raw.
Is he not a rapper though?
Nah, he makes music,
Oh, okay.
but he's hilarious on Twitter. That's how I know who he is.
All right.
Zach Fox, square up.
Zach Fox got the tick.
Hey, he will now that we playing this shit. Yeah.
Zach
That's
Fox.
a one, am I right?
Zach Fox?
That's hard.
Anybody who's brave enough to stop the track and ask for some hot Cheetos is the
I didn't
one.
even hear that shit.
Yeah, he stopped after the second verse and asked for hot Cheetos. I'm in.
I mean,
Zach Fox. All right.
All right.
Shout out
Zach
to
Fox,
you,
yo.
buddy. All right. This was awesome. Shout out to everybody standing in front of us looking like they're ready to leave. We're done
Word.
too. It's okay. I know you guys got a show to do. Thanks, Wit. Wit's headed back to Spotify. She's done with us.
She's done with it. Won't see her
Didn't
for
fuck up
the-
everything, don't worry.
They
Won't
got it
see
done.
Wit for another
It's in the
month.
can.
Yeah.
A lot of Apple talk.
Won't see Wit for another month.
So you just going to chill and relax before the show, right?
Yeah, I'm finna go upstairs. My baby and my girl's upstairs waiting for me.
Oh, so let's
shit.
not us
Oh,
hold you up.
over, man.
Yeah, you can
we out
leave.
of here.
No, it's okay. I was definitely the one that was making the shit take longer and longer.
I know how that feels, man. I be trying to get away
Can
from
I
my
make
family
one
too.
Request? Can y'all get this shit out of here for like the next?
Yo,
And
Mo-
I don't know how long it's gonna take y'all to make 3 more pieces of equipment, but if you could make
3 more pieces of
equipment.
Yo, Chance,
not
hold
even
on.
get rid of all
Nah,
of
it's
it.
crazy.
just a super demonic one in the middle.
Parks.
Nah, it's
speak
a
to
double
it.
entendra.
Hey, Parks lives with it. He
It's
has
a
that
double
energy.
entendre.
Don't even ask me how.
Nah, but see, if we put the
Don't
3
even
hat,
ask me how.
if we put the 3 hat on the devil, it might be out.
Yeah.
I don't know, yo.
Oh, on the
I'm gonna
pitchfork.
tell y'all.
Well, there's 3 of them.
If I could be y'all one little voice of what shit is demonic and is not, that shit demonic, Joe. Y'all gotta get that shit out of here.
You mean the devil is demonic?
No.
Yes.
No.
Chance, you know how many rumors I've heard about you and your Illuminati crew?
What? Please tell me. You heard that I was in the Illuminati?
1,000%.
Nope. I'm
Trying to
probably,
fool us with the Jesus
I
thing.
could possibly be one of maybe 10 niggas that y'all know that's not in the Illuminati.
All right, this is a whole other podcast.
You
Wait,
scared
we're not
me.
wrapping
All
up.
right, I'm out of here.
Yeah, see, they don't want to talk about it.
I'm blowing this
They
shit
don't
out.
want to talk
Yeah.
about
I
it.
ain't talking about
bid you
that.
adieu.
Yeah, bye.
Farewell. We're going. Bye. Peace to the Illuminati. At last. I don't know you're real.